Over-40s T20 World Cup is going on, and this is the first semi-final which is being played between Australia and South Africa. Both teams have good sides, and let's go down to Mr. Qasim Sheikh, who is with Pitch Report.
Welcome to the Australian Game 1, and then we will have Pakistan against USA in Game 2. Let's have a look at the pitch here this morning. So we've been alternating between two pitches. This, I think, is the better of the two pitches. This is an Australian surface. If I head down to this pitch here and have a little knock on that, it's extremely firm. Not much grass covering on this. The ball tends to come onto the bat quite well on this pitch. It's been a high-scoring wicket so far. Let's have a look at the weather. Highs of 29 degrees today here in Karachi, so it should get up to a nice temperature. Blue skies, there's not a cloud in the sky, there's no breeze here. Perfect day for cricket. I think we're going to have a fabulous game of cricket. Both games are going to be really competitive matches. May the best team win, and let's see who's going to make the final of this T20 World Cup. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Qasim Sheikh, who gave us the pitch report. It looks a good surface and firm one as well, as he told us. Our colleague Eamon was down there with two captains and the match referee short while ago, and let's go there and watch the toss.
Good morning and welcome to National Bank Cricket Stadium. We are all set for this first semi-final match between Team Australia and South Africa. The two captains with me are Jamie Peleny for Australia and Yasir Datta for South Africa, along with the match officials. Yasir Datta will flip the coin for us. Heads is the call. Heads it is. So Australia has won the toss. What would you like to do first and why?
We'll have a bowl first. Look, we think it's going to offer as much as it can in the first innings, and with the overhead and pitch conditions, we'll have a bowl first.
It's a semi-final game. How do you think of the nerves in the dressing room?
Oh, look, I'm sure there's nerves. Everyone's individual in the way they process a final, but we're really calm about the way we need to go. We enjoy the opportunity, and it should be a really good contest. Looking forward to it.
Do you have any change in the side for this game?
Yes, we've got Sean Matthews and Peter Atkinson that will be resting, and yeah, they're the two that will sit out for this one.
Okay, thank you. All the best to you.
Thanks very much.
So Yasir, how do you think of the toss?
Yeah, look, we would probably look to do the same thing purely from the perspective of maybe there's a bit of swing earlier on in the morning, but otherwise the wicket looks to be fairly okay and they don't deteriorate that much. So first innings, second innings, barring the swing, shouldn't be much different.
So how is the team feeling in the dugout? Are they all prepared? Did you get sufficient time to practice for this big match?
Yeah, the team are all good. Everyone's ready to go for this game. Much more practice time than the matches we've had? No, but no, the boys are ready to go.
All the best to you, Yasir.
Thank you very much.
So the news from the center is that Team Australia has won the toss and they have elected to bowl first.
Thank you very much, Eamon Anwar. So we have the news that Australia have won the toss and they are fielding first. This is the 9 a.m. start early in the morning, and these are the two teams making their way down to the center for their national anthems. South Africa and the Australia both have good rivalry as well when it comes to test cricket or the international cricket. I still can recall the way they played the game in 1999 World Cup, not only the semi-final but also a Super 6 game where Klusner was going all guns blazing at one stage and Alan Donald got run out in a comical way. And they made their comeback in the cricket in 1992 World Cup, and they made it with the bang as they faced the apartheid from 1969 to 1992. In 60s, they had Graham Pollack, they had Barry Richards. They were very, very big and great players. And there you see the mascots as well with both the teams. And it is a very good time for me to say welcome to the Combox to Mr. F.S. Malik. Assalamu alaikum, good evening, good morning rather.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning, Rana Saab and everyone across the globe. It's been a great time to jump into the Combox for this all-important first semi-final of the IMC Over-40s T20 World Cup. Two of the best sides up against each other in Australia and South Africa, and I hope that we have got a very good game in our hands, and both of the sides are feeling very comfortable the way they have gone through their campaign so far in this all important event. And we are going to have a belter of a match for sure.
No doubt about that. Both teams will fight their level best, or will try their level best to beat each other. South Africa got a good side. They have performed well. We saw in the previous match Australia beating their opposition with the hands down. They really dominated from ball one. Second semi-final will be held today as well. And now we are absolutely ready. The anthems of both the nations will be sung there.
Australians, all let us rejoice, for we are one and free, with golden soil and wealth of toil. Our home is good by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Così si geleri Africa, manu pagani su pomnolayo, Yizwa imitana zoyetu, Gosi si gelera, Tina musapolwayo, Murena buluka se chavasa Yesu, ufedise tentwale ratswenye, usibuluke, si chavasa, Yesu, si chavasa, South Africa, South Africa. Die blauw van onze hemel, bij die diepte van ons ziel. Voor ons eeuwige gebergtes, wat die krause antwoord geeft. Sounds the call to come together, and united we shall stand. Let us live and strive for freedom in South Africa.
Thank you, gentlemen. The strike won the toss and the start of the field by the
Right then, you heard the national anthems. Indeed, a pride moment for any sportsman to represent his country at any level.
No doubt about that. And there you see, handshake is going around. And match officials are down there as well. Iqbal Sheikh is officiating this match as the match referee. He works for the PCB as well. He's from Hyderabad, Sindh. And then there are the umpires. South Africa versus Australia, always competitive cricket is expected because both nations have done a terrific job at top level, and South Africa at the moment doing wonderfully well in India, Australia doing wonderfully well in Ashes, although they are playing at their home soil.
I'm talking about the rivalries between two of the sides. You named the 1990 World Cup. Who can forget that chase, that historic chase by South Africa, 434 against Australia? And my word, that was a great game. For the first time ever in the history of ODI cricket, 400 runs, over 400 runs were scored, and they were chased as well. Ricky Ponting was star of the show with the bat for Australia, and Herschel Gibbs went all guns blazing in reply.
Yeah, that was in 2006. I still can recall. And apart from Gibbs, the captain Smith scored 90 of 55 deliveries, and he banged Bradley and his companion everywhere. And then Mark Poucher played a magnificent knock. He was very instrumental in that victory of South Africa. And of course, Ricky Ponting batted with great authority. I reckon he scored 164, if my memory still serves me right. And Gibbs went on to score 175. Or, some way or the other, Gibbs scored 164 or Ponting scored 175.
Now it was Herschel Gibbs who scored 175, and
So it means I was right.
yeah, you're always right, more often than not.
No, one can go wrong because we do not have statistician here. We tell all these things through our memories. At times we can go wrong.
Well, your memory is pretty good.
Thank you for that. And they are the very, very innocent kids walking on with the teams.
We go through the Australian side. Jamie Penali is the captain, and Mark Cleary, Andy Crook, Brenton Edwards, Jeff Hemming will be the wicketkeeper, Luke Jackson, Nasser Jaleel, Steve Nuttall, Stephen Paulson, Richard Wild, and Justin Poole make 11. And if we talk about the South Africans, Stephen Joubert, Willie Hantum, Nock Makamo, Werner Moolman, the wicketkeeper, Jacko Castle, Mohammad Sohail Imran, Khalid Mutosami, Lundi Ambani, Rian Rives, Yasser Ditta, the captain obviously, and Reinhard Strijdom make their 11. And Australia winning the toss, opting to bowl first in the first semi-final. We are in Karachi.
Sun is shining brightly, birds are flying over the Karachi Stadium, and these are the two gentlemen, Wasimuddin and Fahim Bukhari, the field umpires for this game, for the first semi-final, and they showed the brand new white ball to the camera. And let's see what kind of start South Africa are going to get, because Australia have opted to field first. Australia, as you mentioned, got a very good side, and there you see them. They are in pre-match huddle, strategizing and conversating what they should do in the field. And I think it's going to be a very good match for luck.
Well, obviously, both of the sides in their first matches have just lost once and won 4 times out of their first 5 games. So we'll be feeling pretty confident, and very good net run rate for both of the sides as well, especially South Africa with a net run rate of +2.
And they are the two openers. They are making their way down to the center. Yes, as I heard from Mr. Qasim Sheikh, that Victor looked very firm, and I think it's going to be full of runs. But we have the start at 9 a.m. Bowlers can get something out of the wicket because moisture should be there to me. But I think in 2020, with good bats around, with good balls around, I think South African batters would love to take full toll of the first 6 overs.
Well, on the other hand, the Australians are known for their accuracy from the words go, so they will be very disciplined. We can expect them. So it wouldn't be that hard to take them on from the words go, but it's going to be a very good contest nevertheless. Stephen Joubert is the left-handed opening batter. He's a lookalike of Aiden Markram, and his favorite player is Aiden Markram too.
Although Markram is a right-handed. Willie Henton is the other opener.
Left arm bowling over.
We can have leg stump, please.
Yes.
And Scott Brent will start the proceedings from the far end, the University Road end. They are still in conversation, the Australian captain and few players. And take a look at the field. We have a man at fine leg, deep square leg is right on the boundary. Then there is a man at third man, mid off covers point gully, mid cricket and mid on inside the 30 yards ring. Only two fielders allowed outside the 30 yards rings in the first 6 overs, and we have a man at deep square leg and third man. These are the countrysiders, and we are absolutely in readiness for the first ball to be bowled from the far end. Umpire is about to say, let's play, gentlemen, and there he says that. Here is the first ball of the first semi-final. Edged! Oh! Four! Ho, ho, ho. What a start this has been. Outside the off stump, he went for the drive, edged it. It just went past the outstretched hand of the wicketkeeper and went down to the boundary for 4.
Oh, this is how you want a semi-final to get underway. A drama already. Too much happening. Of the very first ball outside edge for Joe Bertie was quite lucky enough, and I wonder why Aussies haven't had that slip in play.
Yeah. Brent could have or should have had the slip in.
Wait on.
Brent bowled a good one to start with. It did find the outside edge of the batsman's bat, but it was productive for the batter rather than the bowler, because he picked up a boundary on the first ball.
Well, I tell you what, this pitch is going to offer some sort of shape to the first opening bowlers in the first half an hour, and good bit of pace and carry too.
This is in the air. Fielder is there. Oh, he put it down. Oh my God, what is happening? This is the semi-final of IMC Over-40s T20 World Cup. He edged one, but went past the hand of the wicket-keeper, and he lobbed it one straight to the mid-off, and fielder put it down. That's not on.
Yeah, it was leading edge, and it was not going away from him that far. I think he didn't judge it to perfection, did Nottle. Normally a good fielder, but he really drops one down that should have been taken at this level.
That was a poor fielding, particularly when it comes to the Australian fielding. It should have been taken. He had a lot of time to get under the ball, but it did not really able to judge that one, and the catch went down. And now Willie is going to take his first ball.
Yeah, Willie Hunter, he's in very good touch. He's played a couple of blinders of an innings, and he has the ability to take the bowling on from the word go.
Brent hasn't put any foot wrong so far. He bowled with some great authority, I would say. But I think fielding that has let him down so far. A catch has gone down.
Take a look at this surface, flat, nice and hard. Few cracks, but I don't think they're going to play a huge role. But maybe later on, spinners will come into play.
I don't think this pitch will get disintegrated in 40 overs or even 80 overs. It looks pretty firm one. There you watch that again. And particularly in November, December, it doesn't really get deteriorated unless it's a 5 days game or the 4 days game. Turns it away. First run for Willie, and it will end the first over. This single is cheered by the South Africans. 6 for no loss, the South Africa.
Nice work, Scotty. Scotty. 820. Yep.
Well, it's been a streaky start by South Africa in the first over. Brent, I thought, bowled brilliantly to start off the proceedings for Australia with the ball. was unlucky. Could have had a wicket or two. A couple of catches went down of his bowling. An edge of the very first ball went past the keeper for 4, and then a catch was dropped at mid-off. Mark Cleary will be the bowler to start the proceedings from the pavilion end.
Making some adjustments in the field is captain. He's standing with Cleary. There's a man at mid-wicket, then there's a man at wideish mid-wicket inside the ring. Long on his posted back. In previous over we saw there was a man at deep square leg, but there isn't anyone now. Now there is a man at long on, and then there's a man at deep mid-wicket. There's a man at third man and mid-wicket rather than the square leg. They are going through for a quick single, and they are comfortably home for that.
Yeah, on target straight away. Good start for Cleary. It's very important that with the new Cherry as a bowler, you're on target, because to control the new ball is not that easy, Rana Ashfaq.
Not only you got to control it, but you also get wickets for your team or for your captain with the new ball, because your job is very tough one as a new ball bowlers, and at the same time you have a very tough job to face the new ball as batters. This one is pulled, but there is a protection. Man is posted for that particular shot. Ball went straight to him, and another single is taken.
Yeah, one thing is pretty obvious here. Both of the left-handed openers from South Africa are prepared to take their chances. No matter their start could be streaky, but they won't hold back.
This one is driven away, but terrifically fielded. That was a beautiful shot. It was there to be driven, and he drove that one with some power. But fielder did a terrific job, and only single is allowed.
Yeah, Andy Crook was the man to care of that one. Through mid-off, diving to his right. It was always going away from him.
Down.
That's a lovely shot. This time fielder could not quite able to block it, although he did get his hand into that one, but it still traveled away to the long of boundary for 4.
Yeah, plenty of work to do for a player. 40s, yeah. Andy Crook, I reckon, was the fieldsman again. This time to his left. Wasn't quite able to control that.
And coming back to your point, when it comes to 2020, it's a wide. Doesn't matter which team are you playing against, which wicket you are playing on. You got to be very active, and you got to give your team a quick start. That's what I believe. You are playing at Brisbane or you are playing at Karachi or Calcutta. It doesn't really matter. And there you go. He lofted it. Just cleared the man at mid-on. Fielder chased the ball. Got there. Couple of runs. The South Africans' intentions are very good, I reckon. Yes, you can lose 1 or 2 wickets in the process, but you got to go for your runs.
Yeah, good to see them showing the intent. The intentions are pretty much clear here. They want to take the bowling on, and this is good ploy, in my opinion.
That's a slowed one. Baffled the batsman through his pace. 2 overs have been bowled. It is 16 for no loss, South Africa.
Yep.
Yeah, Jacko, you don't need to swap, you just...
Yep.
You just stay that side, mate, then you just drop. Yep. Point now, point, Jacko. Just point for now.
Brent will continue, who bowled a good over. The first one gave away just 6 runs. In the second over, South African scored 10 runs. Stephen already is in the double figure. He's on 12 while Willie is on 3.
as of Stephen at the non-strike is the aggressor of the two. He also can be very explosive, and this is what we have witnessed in the last couple of games by him.
This one is going over the top and bounces away merrily to the boundary for 4. He goes onto the front foot and then put that away in a magnificent fashion. And this is how the T20 cricket should be played.
Game 1 and off the handle list, made into the boundary. Reminds me of greats like Samsung Jaisuryas and Brian Lara's.
Oh, good comeback by the bowler. That was just a wee bit outside the off stump and he missed the bat of the batter by a whisker. That was a beauty or one pitch of a ball. He just got hit for a boundary, but he bowled a beautiful one, the next one. Oh, that one pitched on around about the off stump and then it moved away. Good deviation could be seen there.
No!
They wanted a single, but it isn't there. Both batsmen kept them back in the crease. We are in the third over. South Africa reached up to 20. Yes, you are right. Whenever a left-handed goes over the top, it covers a point. Jaisurya comes into the mind, although now years ago he got retired, but he's still around in Pakistan. He is the coach of Sri Lanka at the moment, and Sri Lanka will take on Pakistan in the triangular event T20 final today at the evening. In those days, Sri Lanka had terrific players. They had Arvinder De Silva. He was a true match winner. He won Sri Lanka that World Cup in 1996 at Kazafi. He scored a wonderful 100 against Australia. Asanka Gurusingha, Arjuna Ranatunga, Hashan Tilak Ratne, Bawaz Murali. This one is straight. Oh, that might have been edged, but nevertheless, he has got a single.
3 done, 21 for none, South Africa.
Where were you? Mid-wicket. Right set, Scotty.
Still going. So just, mate, cookie cup. Right. Hey.
Go clear. Go boys!
It's a good start for both of the sides. Both of the sides will
Go for boys, mate. Come on.
how things have gone so far.
This one is played into the leg side. Another single is taken. Yeah, both sides should be satisfied with their start so far. South Africa haven't lost any wicket and they have gone up to 22. Australia can satisfy themselves by saying that we are not conceding runs with the average of 10 or 12. We are giving them 7 per over or 8 per over, which is acceptable as a bowling side. And this is high up in the air. Fielder is coming under the ball. Oh no! It doesn't look like that Australians are fielding at the moment. Another catch goes down.
Oh, this is not the way Aussies go about the job when it comes to fielding. That was easy as they come and down she goes. Oh my days. That was Steve Paulson. He was captain last game. He's very experienced at this level is Steve Paulson. But this time he puts down a dolly.
Well, another misfielding is occurred. What is happening with the Australian fielders? I wonder. I can just wonder what is going on. They are looked very lethargic so far in the field. They are not looked nimble or agile enough. and they are making a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, fair enough. They're over 40s, but still got to be fielding well. At least those catches which went down, the last one by Steve Paulson, but that should have been taken. So it's been riding their luck so far, these both batters of South Africa.
Well pitched, gets driven, but straight to mid-on. Paulson is there. Yeah, one got to say that bowlers have done a terrific job. Not only they are keeping them quiet, not giving freebies, but also they created a chance to get wickets. But that was their fielding which let them down quite badly. Outside the off stump, he was cutting, but that one too close for the cut and goes straight to the point.
Well, runners, so far what we have witnessed, this pitch looks about really, because the ball is coming nicely on the bat, the pace is good, the carry, the bounce has been good. It's been even bounce so far, and timing, if you are immaculate with the timing, you can earn your runs.
That is in the air as well. Is this be taken? Yes, finally it is taken. There was a man at mid-off who waited that one to come into his hands and took a very, very good catch. I'm saying very, very good catch because catches were not being taken. This one is taken, although that was an easy one because fielder had a lot of time to place himself under the ball and he brought off a good catch. The first wicket is gone down and Willie is gone for 11. It's 25 for 1 the Africa.
So finally, Australia managing to pick up that first wicket. It was on the card the way South African batters were batting, and Crook manages to hang on to one finally, which was good. There will be a relief for the Aussies in the field. They've been a little wavered in the field, and Crook was the man to take the catch to dismiss the first batter, and Makamo is the new coming batter, not Makamo, and he's there because Willie tried to force the issue, went hard at it, couldn't quite time it, an easy catch in the end, which was thankfully taken by Crook.
Oh, batsman did throw kitchen sinks at that. He was trying to go downtown, the Stephen, but did not make any contact. The fall of the first wicket didn't have any impact on him, it looks like, the way he swung his bat at that one. Oh, there you watch that. He had an almighty go at that one. Had it been connected, that would have sailed somewhere in the stands. Outside the off stump. Again, he was trying to hit that one through the offside, again making no contact.
Got to be careful in striking because the ball is just shaping a little bit, especially against Brad. He has experience of playing a couple of seasons in England as well and scored a century against Herschel Gibbs' club as Joe Burt.
This one is spoiled, but straight to the man who is guarding in front of the square leg umpire, which is Wasimuddin. Oh, and there you see the spectators. They have turned up and watching this match with keen interest. And good to see that spectators have come in the ground at 9 a.m., which is fairly good signs. So it means more people will turn up as the day progresses. Good delivery, and yes, Brent has struck again. Second wicket goes down.
Yeah, trapped in front was Stephen on that occasion. A reward of some good bowling here. Was a close case. I thought for a split second maybe it was sliding down the leg side, but umpire doesn't think so. Stephen gone for 13, a struggling innings for him. 25 for 2 South Africa.
So Australia now really have got off to a good start.
Great work, bowlers. Come on, keep going. Pulling on.
25 for 2 in 4.4 overs. Fielding side can take every day, every night. Although they made lapses, they made fumbles in the field in the first 3 or 4 overs. But I think Australian bowlers should be given a lot of credit the way they bowled. They didn't allow South African to score freely, and finally they got both the openers out as well. Mollman has come out to bat now. He's a right-handed or even left-handed. He's a right-handed. And for him, they have a man at third man, they have a man at gully, point, mid-off, and extra covers onto the offside. And onto the onside, they have a man at mid-on, mid-wicket in the fine leg. And there is a man patrolling at the deep square leg boundary. And that is why Mollman is here. Way down the leg side, runs.
Coming back.
Fielder did well to cut that one off. And few wides.
Yeah, immediately apologized to the wicketkeeper there, Brent, the bowler. Yeah, it can happen to you when you're bowling predominantly against the left-handers and all of a sudden you have to bowl to the right-hander. So lost his line-up control. Take a look at that again. It was a shape, but to a wrong batter. Would have been a good delivery to a left-hander.
Yeah, that should have been. Very good delivery for the left-handed, unless he could able to cut that one through point or through gully for a boundary. That's a good shot. That was struck very firmly and very neatly, but bowler did well to cut this one off in his follow through.
Again, that was the on drive, which was stopped brilliantly by the bowler. I was talking about Knock, the batter. He reminds me of Lutz Bosman. He used to be an opening batter for South Africa.
This one is driven away, and no one can cut this one off. That's the boundary from the moment it left the bat. He got that one away in a grand fashion. That was there to be put away, and that's exactly what he did.
Juicy off volley, and he has taken full toll of that as Macau beautifully struck boundary in the vacant cover region for 4 more. Will feel pretty confident after striking that boundary. Yes, it was a half volley. Yes, there was a width, but still had to put that away, and he puts that away in style. 5 overs bowled. South Africa are 31 for 2, and with that we are going to have change in the voices. It's going to be Manzur Naqvi joining Farooq Riaz.
Jamie Panelli, the Australian captain, is coming up to bowl. Thank you, Rana Shawak and Palak Sher. Pitched up drive well and good work. The fielding has been at 6s and 7s for Australia. They dropped quite a few catches, some lapses in the field as well. They were pretty happy. And nearly in 5.1 overs, maintaining the current run rate of the opponents of just 6 in over. South Africa needs some big shots, some big overs. It's the last over before the end of the power play. And now in the commentary box, I welcome Manzur Naqvi.
Thank you, Farooq. Good morning, everyone. और IMC over 40 T20 क्रिकेट वर्ल्ड कप बाम अपने उरूज पर पहुंचता हुआ आज सेमीफाइनल्स खेले जा रहे हैं और इसी वजह से तमाशाइयों की तादाद में आप इजाफा देख सकते हैं। आज इस पहले सेमीफाइनल में ऑस्ट्रेलिया और साउथ अफ्रीका के दरमियान जा रही है। मुस्तकबिल के फरोग इसमें से कुछ मुस्तकबिल के क्रिकेटर भी हम देख सकते हैं।
A little bit extra bounce from Finale. Yes, quite a few. We have a decent crowd today, and it's building up nicely. It's Saturday, as schools and colleges are off, so we can expect better crowd, better numbers as the day progresses.
अच्छा, यहाँ पर नहीं पहला सेमीफाइनल बल्कि कराची के दो मुख्तलिफ मैदानों पर भी IMC T20 क्रिकेट वर्ल्ड कप के मैचेस हैं। आज वहाँ पर प्ले ऑफ्स का दिन है। यहाँ नेशनल स्टेडियम कराची में सेमीफाइनल है। इसके बाद पाकिस्तान का सेमीफाइनल होगा दूसरा अमेरिका से।
That's right. Pakistan have been unbeaten. Spectators are having fun. A lovely morning once again here in Karachi. Ideal for cricketing conditions, and for the players, the temperature is quite modest.
और तमाशाइयों का आना बड़ी खुशाइन बात है फरूक के आप इस तरह के जो टूर्नामेंट्स हैं उसमें भी पार्टिसिपेट करें, दिलचस्पी जाहिर करें, अपने हीरोज़ को देखने के लिए आएँ और ये एक अच्छा साइन है।
Backed offside field for Penelli. Decent start. Penelli is Enoch on the other hand is struggling to get going. And for Australia's perspective, it's very important to keep Enoch on strike as much as possible.
Here we go, lads. With punters closing out here. Oh!
Well bowled, wicket to wicket stuff. Excellent over, just one of it. 32 for 2 on the board. So power play has been done and dusted. It's excellent performance by Australian power play. This is the highlights. Wide of the keeper, getting outside edge, the drive is good as well. That should will stop. And up and over, 4 runs to the offside. And the big shot towards the offside. It's turned out to be a catch. Ruled by the umpire, plumb in front. And drive by Enoch through the covers. He didn't move, so they need to step up. They need a few big overs in the overs to come to apply some sort of pressure on the man in yellow.
हालांकि काफ़ी चांसेस भी मिले ऑस्ट्रेलवी फील्डर्स। जब आप बात करें ऑस्ट्रेलवी फील्डर्स की, ब्रेंटन एडवर्ड्स को बॉलिंग के लिए लाया गया है। यू कैन कॉल यूनिवर्सिटी एंड और हसन स्क्वायर एंड, वहाँ से ये गेंद कराएंगे। बात हो रही थी कि ऑस्ट्रेलियाई फील्डर्स का जिक्र आए और ये कहा जाए कि वो कैच ड्रॉप होगी तो बड़ी हैरत की बात होती है। लेकिन आज पावर प्ले की इनिंग्स में काफ़ी कैचेस गिराए, मगर वो मोमेंटम साउथ अफ्रीकन बैटर्स अभी तक हासिल नहीं कर सके कैचेस छूटने के बावजूद भी।
Slightly down the leg side, there is no need to appeal. The current run rate has dropped to 5.19. The South African fans won't like that. It's a semi-final. They needed a big flying start, but so far they have been a little stretchy.
हालांकि लीग मैचेस में साउथ अफ्रीका की परफॉर्मेंस बड़ी शानदार रही। 2 मरतबा उन्होंने 10-10 विकेटों से कामयाबी हासिल की। इसके अलावा सिर्फ पाकिस्तान से 3 रन से शिकस्त खाई उन्होंने। वाहिद मैच था जिसमें वो हारे।
खड़े होकर शुरू नहीं करता हूँ, बहुत रिवायती हो जाए।
It's turning out to be a dull partnership. Plenty of dot balls in the last couple of overs or so. Edwards with gentle medium pace. He's got a long up and long on the position. On the leg side.
वाइट बॉल का इशारा अंपायर की जानिब से, और जैसे कि हमने पहले कहा कि वो रिदम, वो मोमेंटम साउथ अफ्रीकन बैटर्स अभी तक हासिल नहीं कर सके। बॉलिंग में भी इसमें थोड़ा दखल है, मगर फील्डर जो है ऑस्ट्रेलियन का भरपूर साथ देते हुए।
The singles wanted Australia. They will welcome all the singles with the dot balls. And South Africa need to target at least a couple of bowlers from here.
और रन आउट होने खतरा, लेकिन क्रीज में हिफाजत पहुंच गए दोनों बैटर। बहुत तेजी के साथ इस रन को लेने की कोशिश की, कामयाब जरूर हुए, और एक मौके पे ऐसे लगे शायद कि मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग हो जाए और कोई एक पवेलियन वापस जाए, लेकिन ऐसा नहीं हो सका। दोनों बैटर अपनी अपनी क्रीज में पहुंचने में कामयाब हो गए, और बड़ी अच्छी थ्रो भी की थी, गिरते गिरते उन्होंने थ्रो की थी वापस, लेकिन क्योंकि थ्रो का एंगल अच्छा नहीं था, इस वजह से कुछ किस्मती रही बैटर्स की कि विकेट पर बॉल नहीं लगी। थर्ड मैन पोजीशन पर खेलकर एक और रन हासिल किया।
It was a very risky single. Yes and no, hesitant. Both were hesitant. In the end, they must be thankful to the bowler. Not a clean pickup and just a wide throw in the end. They're struggling to get boundaries, so they are relying on singles. They're taking risk to rotate the strike. He goes on side, runs, but there is a protection out there.
Magic set.
Now it's time to go downstairs to Danish.
Thanks a bunch, Farooq Riaz. Nothing makes me happier than being amongst kids who are enjoying a good day of cricket. School आज off है, तो आज हम सब मिलके cricket enjoy कर रहे हैं. We have some kids from Happy Home and we have their parents here with us as well. मजा आ रहा है?
Yes.
मैच अच्छा चल रहा है या बस एम ही चल रहा है?
अच्छा चल रहा है.
अब मम्मी पापा के साथ आई हुई हैं, स्कूल ऑफ है, तो और ज़्यादा अच्छा दिन हो जाता है ना?
Yes.
अच्छा जी, आप enjoy कर रही हैं cricket?
Yes.
हैप्पी होम से हैं आप?
Yes.
स्कूल होता है तो ज़्यादा मज़ा आता है या जिस दिन मैच होता है उस दिन ज़्यादा मज़ा आता है?
मैच होते तो उस दिन ज़्यादा मजा आता है.
क्रिकेट पसंद है आपको? वाकई में? इसके बाद पता है पाकिस्तान का भी मैच है. आप सब लोग क्रिकेट एंजॉय कर रहे हैं?
Yes.
क्रिकेट पसंद भी है या हॉकी पसंद है?
क्रिकेट.
फेवरेट क्रिकेटर कौन है आपका?
बाबर आजम.
इतने छोटे छोटे बच्चों का भी फेवरेट क्रिकेटर बाबर आजम है. आप एंजॉय करिए क्रिकेट?
Yes.
पापा को ज़्यादा पसंद है या आपको ज़्यादा पसंद है?
बाबा को ज़्यादा पसंद है.
बाबा देखते हैं क्रिकेट?
हाँ देखते हैं.
अभी आप खुद से आई हुई हैं या बाबा लेके आए हुए हैं?
बाबा लेकर आए हुए.
जबरदस्ती? बच्चे हमेशा सब कुछ सच कहते हैं. ठीक है, अच्छा जी, आप भी बताएं, आप क्रिकेट एंजॉय कर रही हैं? क्रिकेट देखना पसंद भी है?
हाँ, कभी कभी मेरे बाबा, मैं उनके साथ देख लेती हूँ.
अच्छा, बाबा को कितना पसंद है क्रिकेट?
बहुत ज़्यादा.
आपका फेवरेट क्रिकेटर है कोई?
बाबर आजम.
बाबर आजम आपका भी? किस किस का फेवरेट क्रिकेटर बाबर आजम है? सबका. राइट, वी हैव सो मेनी किड्स हियर विद अस, और सारे इतने क्यूट है माशाल्लाह से, और सब इतने छोटे छोटे होकर शायद क्रिकेट के बारे में ज़्यादा पता भी ना हो, बट दे आर ऑल एंजॉयिंग देमसेल्व्स. एंड this for me is the right way forward, engaging kids of this age so that they can start to love the game from very early on. हाँ जी, क्रिकेट देखने आए हुए हैं?
Yes.
पसंद है क्रिकेट? खुद खेलते हैं? नहीं खेलते, अभी बहुत छोटे हो. अच्छा, फुटबॉल खेलते हो. फुटबॉल होगा ऐसे तो वो भी देखने आओगे? थोड़ी बहुत देखते हो क्रिकेट? नहीं, बिल्कुल भी नहीं देखते. आप तो देखते होंगे.
नहीं, नो.
आप भी नहीं देखते? क्रिकेट से मोहब्बत कम हो गई है या फुटबॉल से ज्यादा हो गई?
नहीं, फुटबॉल ज़्यादा खेलते हैं.
फुटबॉल ज्यादा देखते हैं. मोबाइल में देखते हैं. देखा, बच्चे ने बता दिया. पापा तो कह रहे थे नहीं भाई, मैंने क्रिकेट देखता.
देखते हैं, लेकिन फुटबॉल ज़्यादा देखते हैं.
Whatever you like, sir. आप भी आ जाओ, मुझसे बात कर लो. आपको पसंद है क्रिकेट?
यस
फेवरेट प्लेयर कौन है?
शायद अफरीदी।
शाहिद आफरीदी, वो तो आपके टाइम से पहले के हैं। शाहिद आफरीदी क्यों पसंद है? छक्के मारते थे, चौके मारते थे, इस वजह से। शाहिद आफरीदी भी यहाँ पर आने वाले हैं, पता है आपको? आओगे उनको देखने के लिए?
जी।
अच्छा जी, और कौन कौन क्रिकेट का फैन है? कोई बच्चा है जो क्रिकेट बहुत शौक से खेलता है? आ जाए, आप मुझसे बात करें, आपसे भी बात करूंगा मैं। क्रिकेट पसंद है आपको?
जी।
क्या करते हो? बैटिंग करते हो, बॉलिंग करते हो?
I do batting.
यू डू बैटिंग, राइट हैंडेड, लेफ्ट हैंडेड?
Right handed.
राइट हैंडेड। अच्छा, फेवरेट प्लेयर कौन है?
शायद अफरीदी।
आपका भी शाहिद आफरीदी। शाहिद आफरीदी भाई, क्या बात है आपकी, इतनी छोटी छोटी क्रिकेटिंग फैंस हैं आपके। हाँ जी, आप स्पेशली मेरे पास आए, इधर आ जाइए। आप भी क्रिकेट खेलते हैं, मुझे लग रहा है, आपको देख के लग रहा है कि आप ज़बरदस्त क्रिकेट खेलते हैं। क्या करते हैं?
मैं क्रिकेट खेलता हूँ।
हाँ, क्रिकेट में बॉलिंग करते हो, बैटिंग करते हो?
बैटिंग।
बैटिंग करते हो। किसकी तरह बैट्समैन बनना चाहते हो?
मोहम्मद आमिर।
मोहम्मद आमिर की तरह बैटिंग करना चाहते हो? मोहम्मद आमिर तो बॉलर है।
ठीक है बॉलिंग।
चले जी, हैप्पी होम के किड्स, आप लोग मैच एंजॉय करें। एक पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद का नारा हो जाए मेरे ख्याल से, है पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद। वाह भाई, एक और पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद। जी, this is what we're doing here at National Bank Cricket Stadium. All of us are loving the game, and there are a few more matches to go with the final to follow up. This is about it from the sidelines.
Thank you very much, Danish and Ease. Was out there with lovely kids enjoying this game live. So South Africa got one boundary in the previous over. It was a better over for them. It's Enoch who just heaved over to the onside. But still they need big over. They're looking for a big over. It's good work. It's a big fellow. It's fell very well, controlled the fielding. There is an edge, but missed the stumps and fumbled by the keeper. That allowed the batsman to go for one.
कितना अच्छा लग रहा था, बड़ा ताजगी का एहसास हो रहा था। हालांकि हम यहाँ कमेंट्री बॉक्स में बैठे हैं, लेकिन दानिश अनीस जिस तरह से बच्चों से बात कर रहे थे सुबह का ये वक्त, वैसे ही ताज़ा ताज़ा फ़ज़ा होती है, और फिर उस पर हंसते मुस्कुराते नन्हे बच्चे अपनी मुस्कुराहट से और इस फ़ज़ा को चार चांद लगा रहे थे।
Big shot from Enoch, the sign of aggression, beautifully struck, clear the boundary for a maximum. Quite superbly played. The wrist work comes through, and such a vital maximum for South Africa. 50 comes up as well. But that is a top shot.
बड़ा उम्दा स्ट्रोक और भरपूर कुव्वत वाला कलाई के जोर से खेलने में कामयाब हुए। और हम बात कर रहे थे कि अभी तक जो मोमेंटम साउथ अफ्रीकन बैटर हासिल नहीं कर सके, वो मुझे लगता है कि आहिस्ता आहिस्ता बैटर्स हासिल कर पा रहे हैं और उनमें एतमाद में इजाफा हो रहा है जैसे जैसे ओवर गुजर रहे हैं। और टिपिकल लेफ्ट किया, बिल्कुल जैसे टेस्ट क्रिकेट के अंदाज में अमूमन बैटर्स गेंद को लेफ्ट करते हैं। हालांकि डोंट फॉरगेट इट्स अ T20 क्रिकेट।
It was a shot of the morning to me. Enoch, his moves to 18 now is growing in confidence. He was slightly scratchy early on, but it's good to see he's stepping up, taking the charge of this partnership. His partner Werner is slightly quiet, scoring way less than run a ball. 7 of the over already. Just steered towards third man for one with the open blade.
अब यकीनी तौर पर जब पाकिस्तान और अमेरिका का सेमीफाइनल होगा दूसरा इस मैच के बाद तकरीबन 1:30 करीब, तो हम उम्मीद करते हैं कि तमाशाइयों की तादाद में मज़ीद इजाफा होगा।
Just taken. That's a good catch. Lifted beautifully, but he just could not find the gap. It was timing was good, but very well caught indeed. The Australians drop quite a few catches, but that is a good one.
अभी हाथ दिखाने शुरू किए थे कि जकड़े गए, और एक ऐसा शॉट जो ज़्यादा कुव्वत वाला नहीं था, बड़ा अच्छा कैच किया तकरीबन बाउंड्री लाइन पर ऑस्ट्रेलियाई फील्डर ने। तो तीसरा नुकसान। छह रन बनाने के बाद आउट हुए वर्नर मुलमन। 53 पे 3 साउथ अफ्रीका।
53 for 3, and the 9 overs had been bowled. The Woolman, who was a little bit struggling to get going, attempted the first big shot, and long on to fielder picked up a good catch. It was slow to his right. He came forward, and some entertainment for the audience as well present in National Bank Stadium. The school kids are present as Saturday is off, and so we have a lovely day again in National Stadium. So 3 down South Africa in the semi-final. They have been asked to bat first. It's Reinhardt at Stridom is the next man in.
जैसा कि हमने बात की कि इस टूर्नामेंट में ये आउट होने का मंजर और खड़े खड़े स्ट्रोक खेला और बहुत ही उम्दगी से कैच पकड़ने में कामयाब हुए मैदान पे फील्डर मौजूद थे। हमने बात की टूर्नामेंट की कि आज ये दोनों सेमीफाइनल जो हैं ये सीनियर कैटेगरी के यानी कि इस सेमीफाइनल फिर फाइनल जो जीतेगा वो इस टूर्नामेंट का फातेह कहलाएगा। इसके अलावा बोल फाइनल है और प्लेट फाइनल भी है।
Richard Wild tossed up, drives well. There's a protection at cover.
Good, Jacko. Bone reach.
But they need a partnership. It was a partnership with brisk pace. Such just 11 overs to go. So Enoch is on 20. So he doesn't need to feel the pressure. He got the start. He's got quite a few boundaries. Reinhardt, the newcomer. There is a cover, short third and backward point for him.
Touch.
He's off the mark now with a single.
Good H.
और
Bone reach.
शराकत अभी कायम हो ही रही थी। आहिस्ता आहिस्ता बिल्डअप होने लगी थी कि विकेट हासिल की ऑस्ट्रेलवी बॉलर ने और दोबारा से अब नए सिरे से एक तरह से साउथ अफ्रीकन बैटर्स को अगले 4 ओवर्स में मुताहत अंदाज में बैटिंग करते हुए इस पार्टनरशिप को
He wanted a single. It's a very risky single, rightly sent back. Enoch has to be careful. He's the one who should stay till the end. He's got the start. He's looking quite good. But a disciplined Wild. Just beats the fielder.
Yes,
For
Panis.
one, it was flighted and outside the off stump. Decent start for Wild. None for 3.
Round, yes, this side.
Oh!
इस मरतबा राउंड द विकेट आया बिटवीन विकेट्स एंड अंपायर। अच्छा बॉल था। वापस रन रेट जो है डाउन हो गया आउट होने के बाद मलमन के 5.69 पर आ गया। पहले 6 रन तक पहुंच गया था। अच्छा ड्राइव, डॉट बॉल, ओवर का खात्मा। साउथ अफ्रीका 56 पे 3 10 के बाद।
10 overs have been bowled, 56 for 3. Now it's time for the change in voices. It's Ayman Anwar and Danish Anis will pick up the commentary now.
Thank you.
But at halfway stage, South Africa have just managed to score 56. They would have wanted to do better, at least in the first 10 overs. Anything between 80, 90 can be considered to be a decent total, Ayman. But the Aussies have been on point today.
Surely Australians are all over South Africa in the first hours of the inning, and they have been bowling brilliantly, even though they missed a couple of chances, but those chances haven't distracted them because they have been on spot against South Africa, restricting them to 56 in the first 10 overs, which is a very good start for them.
Now that both these teams have played enough matches on this ground, Ayman, they've acclimatized pretty well now. They have a decent idea as to how the pitch is going to play, which lengths, which lines to bowl, and how to go about the match. And they would already have an idea as to what total can be defended or should be placed.
I believe this pitch is getting better day by day. In the very first game, we saw it really slow and spinning, and even the ball was gripping early on. But as the day passes on, it's getting better. Yes, Australia bowled really well with the new ball. They were on spot, they were hitting those lengths. But anything missing on this pitch, South Africa were in position to hit those runs. So they have been attacking all over against the bad balls, against the loose deliveries, and the surface is very much, I would say, even for both these teams.
Yeah, we discussed that earlier as well, Eamon, you and I, that this pitch has a bit of everything for everybody. The batters, if they execute themselves, they can even manage 250 plus scores, which we've seen on this ground. Bowlers, if they bowl the right lines and lengths, they can even manage to take 3-4 wickets and turn the match around. So it's the perfect cricketing pitch. This is the perfect cricketing weather. Everything seems to be right in the IMC Over-40 T20 World Cup.
It's just the fact that these two are playing the semi-finals, obviously a game of nerves. We are into a knockout stage, so here is the scorecard so far. Stephen scored 13 of 12, Lee 11 of 16. Enoch is out there, settled on 21 of 18 balls. Warner got out doing 6 on 11. Reynard is out there, standing on 1, facing 3 deliveries.
Right hand bowling over.
The question is who's going to put his hand up for Team South Africa and start scoring some runs at decent pace. Nasser Jaleel has the ball in hand. He will be bowling his first from the far end. I'm really happy to see these kids out here, Eamon. This is the right time to inspire kids to take up the game and express themselves later on in their lives.
It's so lovely to see them. As I entered the ground, I saw a kid going out there in the field shaking hand with the Australian players. So it was so glorious to the eyes. They were all inspiring. These players are all inspiring these coming generations. A wave from the crowd.
Oh! Yeah, what's beautiful is the fact that the teachers look as happy as the kids coming here on a Saturday morning, early in the day. Always a challenge, but such is the love for the game.
One.
Over pitch from Nasser. Played for long off for 1 run.
The fact that they've kept on losing wickets at regular intervals hasn't allowed them to break free and take advantage of loose deliveries as well. You could argue that that was one of the deliveries that he could play inside out and try and find a gap, but they're in a defensive mindset at the moment.
They have to build this partnership here, because if they want to put a good total, they have to keep wickets in hand till the very end. And it's a cut shot, played and gone for 4 runs. So it was a loose delivery and he timed it very beautifully for 4 runs.
Good diving effort on the boundary line there, but it was time way better than the fielder thought he did. Played it a little wide of that fielder.
Over pitched, inside edge, and short fine leg, would only be 1.
Yeah, Nasser Jaleel is bowling at a flat trajectory here, not allowing the batsman to play freely or get room. These quick Yorker length deliveries are never easy.
Full toss this time, but it's a miss hit from the batter. He didn't expect it. We have to see the call from the umpire.
It's the pace that he's bowling at him, and he's bowling pretty quick for a spinner. Even though that was a full toss, you could feel that there was some pace to it.
Short cut straight to the fielder. Brilliant this is from Nasser. He has been wearing those lengths. This time he played it off the back foot, but couldn't time it into the gap, straight away into the hands of the fielder.
Yeah, once again, it was the pace that did him there. There was room for that cut shot specifically. He could not keep it down. Played it straight to the man at gully. Success for the Australian Masters and for Nasser. Reinhardt Stridham goes for 5 of 6. It's 63 for 4.
Australia are all over South Africa at the moment. They have got 4 wickets of just 63 runs. So they must be enjoying the efforts. They are putting all the work into this semi-final. The bowling has been brilliant, the catching has been brilliant, apart from those missed chances early on in the power play.
You can feel the energy, the happy vibes in the Australian contingent. It's always great to be on top as a team, playing a big match on the biggest stage of over 40 cricket, that is. Mohammad Sohail Imran, the new man in.
Bowling change.
The hopes of Team South Africa riding on his shoulders. Jamie Pinelli, the captain of the Australian Masters, has been superb. There you go once again, the last wicket.
Yes, it wasn't very much short. He was expecting it as a bad delivery, but it wasn't there. It was a back of the line delivery.
Love it, Panas.
Straight away, off the mark. Enoch, this is 23 of 21.
Not the quickest candidate, Jamie Pinelli, but he thrives on precision and control.
Covering.
That's what has done the South Africans till now. Already into his second over. He's looking for more wickets, despite getting 4 already.
Short ball on the leg side. Played it for 1 run. So Australia must be contented with the efforts here. But it's South Africa who should be looking for runs. They have to be defensive at the same time as they have lost couple of wickets, but they have to be attacking at the same time because they need runs on the board. They knew it's the semi-final and there has to be runs on the board. Yorker this time, inside edge, going away towards the boundary. We have to see how many runs would be taken off this. Was a good ball from Panelli.
Well, he seems more like a puppet master. He's controlling the proceedings at the moment, playing with the minds of the batters. South Africa have lost wickets at regular intervals. They seem to be in survival mode rather than thinking of attacking at the moment. This time around it was down leg and it was taken full advantage of from Enoch. He spent enough time to get rid of these deliveries for sure. Did just that.
Yes, we can see it by the backlift of Enoch that he is waiting for such deliveries, and it was there. It was on the leg side. Easy execution of shot for him for 4 runs.
We're in the 12th over. South Africa should look for at least 140, 150 here. This time he goes straight. Good fielding there. Not long on. Wanted to come back for the second. Not happening there.
Excellent efforts in the deep. It was Fuller, and Enoch is looking for those deliveries. He wants to carry on.
Alright, closey.
Have a look at this one. It was Fuller. Straight shot from, but he overran, but still managed to stop it.
Oh, that was super close. Missed the line of the ball there, Sohail. After 12, it's 72 for 4. The Australian Masters have the bull by the horns at the moment. The current rate of 6 runs per over will not take South Africa too far. If they continue in a similar way, they'll reach 120 at the most. It will take some belief and some batting performance from here, Eamon, to get them to 140, 150.
They need to look for those bad balls, but keep rotating the good balls. Like this, he's looking for a fuller one. This time driven through the cover and straight for 4 runs. Wonderful shot this is. Made a wonderful connection with the bat and the ball.
Yeah, that was a full pitch delivery from Nasir.
Going back out.
It was there to be driven and he timed it to perfection.
1.
Once again pitched up, but this time with a bit more flight. Enoch needs to stay there for South Africa. If he can manage to stay there in the 20th over, they will reach somewhere in the vicinity of 135, 140. That is close. Some bat involved, I guess.
Looks like there was a connection with the bat, some connection, but it was a quicker one from Nasser on the length. Yes, certainly a quick inward. Came back into him.
Oh, Nas, beautiful.
Great deception
Beautiful,
from
Nas.
Nasser. Same length, but this
Love it.
time a slight bit of variation
pretty,
in the
Nas.
speed, making it difficult for Sohail to judge what's coming next.
Once again, Nasser darting those deliveries in. They are coming back for two, and they will get the couple easily. Better over for Team South Africa. I mean, they will be looking for similar overs.
Good, Nas. Close out here.
Yes, 7 runs off this over so far. They must go for the last delivery. Would like to take that area. Once again, Fuller this time. Cut away.
Nas, ball.
Excellent fielding from the cover fielder.
13 done, it's 80 for 4.
So the control in Australian bowling has been remarkable so far. We have not seen any loose deliveries. So they are all over South Africa. On the other end, South Africa are looking for those bad deliveries, want to go all in each over, as they would like to put a respectable total on the board. Wild will come in, bowl the flighter one, made it a full toss, but there is a protection, sweeper patrolling for them.
Using his feet on that occasion, they have to do something out of the blue here, South
Right, here we
Africa.
go.
They've got to
Eyes up
upset the
here.
plan that the Australian Masters have. You cannot play at their hands. You cannot allow them to keep on bowling tight lines. One down leg. And the umpire agrees. Nonetheless, one off it.
Full pitch this time from Wild. Certainly going down the leg. Very good call by the umpire.
Thank you, thank you. There you go, towards the off. He takes full advantage of it. Clears the fielder. No, he doesn't. He does well at the boundary line once again.
Yes, extra cover is a bit straighter because we are going to see a lot of those flighted deliveries from Wild. He has got all the fielders straight. In fact, there's nothing behind the stumps outside the ring. Once again flighted, but wonderful shot. This is from Enoch. Picked the length early and hit it for 6 runs.
Yeah, if you want to go for the big hit, play with the spin. That's exactly what Enoch did. Timed it to perfection there. It was there to be hit. He played it beautifully. That stride, that front foot stride, came to the pitch of the ball, made sure he covered the line. Digging it in, Wild. That was a good comeback. How quickly are they bowling these overs, Eamon? This one went by in a jiffy.
Back-to-back Yorkers from Wild. Could only get 1 run of the last ball. So it's 14 overs after 90 for 4.
Yeah, momentum seems to be shifting a bit, or we should say it's starting to shift, but they need to carry on here. They need to make the most of this rhythm that's coming towards their side. The current run rate has increased from 6 to 6.43. It needs to enter the 8.
South Africa are in a good position now. They have been able to take boundaries of the last 2 overs. And it's not like that they bowled bad. They actually created those opportunities. Enoch is just 7 runs away from his half century, and what a moment to get it for his team when they are struggling in a big match.
Yeah, these are priceless runs from Enoch for his team. They need to make a match of it. The Australians have dominated till now in this match. And they've done everything so well, Eamon. That's what scares me as far as a team unit is concerned. They've batted so well. They've got different batters at different positions who've scored runs already in this tournament. That gives you so much confidence to chase any target down.
Certainly, we have seen some team efforts from Australia, one after another, showing skills for their team. So Edwards is the new bowler coming in for Australia, replacing Jamie. Started off with the back of the length delivery, and we see that he relies on back of the length deliveries, hitting the deck hard whenever he comes in the middle face.
Yeah, slightly darting them in, bringing them in, cramping the batsman for room. He's bowled well till now.
Back of the hand, slower one. Gone high, we have to see.
Hold, good.
Pitched in no
Watch,
man
watch.
area.
Yeah, Enoch wanted to go big at it. But nice deception from Edwards. Into his third. Already has 1 wicket to his name. It is a Geo Super production. Shot wide this time, taking full advantage of. That's a good shot from Sohail. Found the gap. Valuable runs these for Team South Africa.
Excellent timings from Sohail. He didn't went hard at it, but timed it beautifully into the gap for 4 runs. Edward missed his line. Width was there, and what a beautiful shot this is. Back foot cut for 4 runs.
Yeah, what was impressive about that shot was he didn't try to hit it too hard. He just guided it with the pace of the bowler.
Slower one once again. Looks like it's going down. Not out given by the umpire. So yes, Sohail could not read the pace on the ball. It was a leg cutter from Edwards straight away after giving away 4 runs.
There's some variations there before he bowled a back of the hand slow one. This one, he just rolled his fingers over the seam. Back of the hand once again like a leg spinner. But that goes for a 4. He timed it to perfection in that occasion. Enoch.
2 boundaries of this over. It was a slower one once again, but this time in the slot. Easy shot for Enoch. Straight shot, safe shot, and fielder couldn't stop it. Tried his best.
That's how well he timed it. And he's bowled him. Precision from Edwards, getting the best of Enoch there, who wanted to go for his 3rd big shot in this very over. Got a bit too greedy. He needed to stay for his team.
So it's 15 gone, South Africa 100 for 5.
3 swords, baby.
What a great comeback this is from Edwards. Stock ball off the last ball of his over, and got the set man who had to be there, who had to stay longer for South Africa. But Edward has provided the breakthrough. Enoch Makamo scored a wonderful 48 of 35 balls, scoring 2 sixes and 5 fours.
South Africa now more of a spotter board. They're having lost 5 wickets for 100 runs. Enoch has missed the trick here, I believe. He needed to stay there for his team. Why with that? Change in the com box, replacing us are 2 young lads. Rana Ashfaq and Qasim Sheikh. Over to you, boys. Let's end this innings.
Thanks a lot, Danish Anis Sheikh and Eman Anwar. Jaco is the newcomer, and it reminds me of the great Jack Ellis, and that is why he's here. Batsman going for the almighty swing onto the onside, missed the line, and he comes out of his crease straight away and put that one away, long way back. What a magnificent way to start the over number 16. That is Sohail for you, and I've got my good friend, former cricketer of Scotland, a very fine expert, Mr. Qasim Sheikh. Welcome, sir, to the Combox.
Thank you very much, Rana. Pleasure to be here for semi-final 1 of this all-important match between Australia and South Africa. Australia won the toss, opted to field, no surprise there, at 9 o'clock in the morning. And they've put on a good show so far. Batter's gone again, all the way for 6. Over straight mid-wicket, and that's 2 sixes in this over now. They do have 5 wickets in hand, Rana. They have a platform to launch now. We were talking about this at the back of the commentary box. Australia were in a commanding position, but anything can happen and the game can change quickly in T20 cricket.
Absolutely. Had his dancing shoes on and then picked the bounce out of that one beautifully. And he goes again onto the offside. Fielder is running after the ball. Oh, he didn't get there. 4 more.
This is
Sohail is having a go at everything now.
This is just the kind of over that they need, Rana. They needed something to launch them going into the back end of this innings, and I think Sohail had made his mind up that this was the over to target. He's 26 off 14, playing a very important hand for his team, and I don't think he's going to stop here.
Absolutely. Making a very firm statement for the Australian that in death overs, I'm going to go for the big strokes like that. And he goes again, edged it. There's a man at short third man who sent the throw, which didn't hit the stumps. Single is taken, 17 runs off the over so far.
Yeah, and he's got that run rate going in the right direction as well, up to 7.39 now. They'll want to get that somewhere as close as possible to 9, 8.5 to 9. Would be competitive.
No doubt about that. And the way Sohail is playing, they can get it up to 9 or 8 at least, because they've still got 25 deliveries left in their innings. And with 5 wickets in hand, particularly, Sohail is playing a good hand here, 27 of 15 balls. This one is driven away, but there is a man patrolling at the long off boundary. He won't get more than a single. He gets off the mark. Is Jacko. 118 for 5, 16 overs bowled.
A wonderful over there for South Africa, just what they needed. Takes the tally up to 118 for 5 off 16. Current run rate of 7.38. And they'll want that to continue on its merry way now as we go into the last 4 overs of this innings. Still got 5 wickets in hand, so they can play quite attacking now.
Yes, they already have started to play attacking cricket, the way they played in the last over. But on the other hand, Australians are always very competitive. They would like to restrict them inside 150, 155. But South Africa would be wanting to get at least 160, 170.
Yeah, I think you're right. Anything over 160 in a must-win game is pressure. Pressure does funny things, especially when you're chasing. All it takes is a couple early wickets for South Africa, and Australia will be under significant pressure.
You're absolutely spot on. Oh, that one struck her with a pad and finger is raised. And Edwards strikes again.
I thought he might just have made it outside the line, but at the same time he played across the line, which always gets the umpire's interest. Let's have a look at this one. What do you reckon, Rana? Just put outside the line?
Just a little outside the line, yes.
Yeah, I thought he managed to just creep outside the line of off stump, but due to playing across the line like that and walking across the stumps, and the umpire does not have the advantage that we have right now of watching it back for a second time on screen. But yeah, maybe slightly harsh.
Absolutely. I'm in agreement with you. 118 for 6. With that, wicket is going down. Jacko comes and goes. Scored just a single out of 2 balls. And Edward now has taken 3 wickets. He's bowling magnificently well.
I've been impressed with all the Australian bowlers. They all bowl with a nice rhythm, nice clear plans, stump to stump type bowling, hitting good areas. Their left armour who opened the bowling was getting significant swing with the ball. Ryan Reeves comes into bat. I actually played against Ryan Reeves in Scotland once. Yes, it's a small world. We recognise each other on the outfield. He played some club cricket as an overseas professional in Scotland. He's short in stature, but he's a strong guy. Bowls slingy type bowling action as well, and gets some good pace, and he fairly can hit the ball quite hard with the bat as well.
And Sohail needs his company, a little bit in the batting as well at the moment.
The guy looks a little bit like Wayne Parnell, the guy on screen. He had a good look-alike for Parnell.
Absolutely, Parnell represented South Africa for many years, and he got retired and then made comeback. And he played with some same venom and bite as he makes comeback. And this one is driven away. Long off does it pretty well to cut this one off.
That's been another standout feature in this innings for Australia, has been their fielding, especially on the boundary line. They have put their bodies on the line, they've got across the turf quickly, made significant stops, and in a T20 game, must-win semi-final, these are the fine margins that you need. Saving a little boundary here and there could be the difference at the end.
There's a man down there at the mid-wicket boundary. Sohail is the one who is a very key man at the moment for South Africa. If they want to get 160, 170, he should be playing right down to the end.
And he could do with Reeves backing him up at the other end. Needs to get going quickly here. Mix up there between the batters. It's all happening out there. A false start. Batter sent back by the non-striker's end. A throw at the stumps, and then they get through for the single in the end.
It looked comical for a little while, but at the end, there you watch that again. Fielder picking the ball up, hurling it. Oh, nobody was there to back that one up. This one is straight, and Fielder did pretty well.
There's a fielding again. Body on the line, getting the body behind the ball, making sure it doesn't get through the infield. It's been a good performance so far by Australia on the field. South Africa now 124 for 6 off 17. You had a little day out yesterday, Rana. I believe you had a little picnic down at the beach. I think all the teams went.
Yeah, all the teams were there, and Naseem Bhai was there. I had my good friend FS alongside, and we enjoyed the everybody.
Brothers in arms, Falak Sher, Rana Shfaq. And tell me a bit about the day. What did you do?
We did a bit of riding on camel, on horse, and then I ate with great enthusiasm there.
I bet. Single out to deep square. And how did the teams enjoy it? I mean, they've come here to visit Pakistan. It's wonderful that they're getting to go and visit different landmarks around Pakistan and Karachi and the outskirts.
They were absolutely happy, and they were saying Pakistan Zindabad.
Pakistan Zindabad.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Everybody was enjoying, and every official was absolutely happy with the hospitalities that they are getting here in Pakistan.
That's wonderful to see. There really is one thing about Pakistani hospitality. It's very difficult to match it. I've been to many countries in the world and I've seen great hospitality, but Pakistan just has a class about it when it comes to the hospitality.
Absolutely. We are a very generous nation when it comes to hosting the others. Down the wicket he goes, but didn't really get out of the middle of the bat.
I think it's one of the sad parts for me. You know, obviously Pakistan has been affected for many years where countries didn't come here to play. Now they have been coming for many years, which is wonderful, but they don't really get to go around and visit places and experience what Pakistan has to offer. That's a lovely shot down the ground. That's a wonderful cricket shot. Straight over, long on, flat, hard, all the way for 6.
Absolutely. He was clear in his mind, no half measures were there. And he hit that one effortlessly over long on, I can tell you that. He didn't try to hit that one too hard, still able to got that one away over long on boundary. Take a look at that. That was the beauty of a shot. And he goes again. But that one fell just in front of the man at long off.
I think the standout of that shot is, I don't know if we can get it back up on screen, that previous 6. But what stood out to me there was his head position. His balance, his head was in line, and he hit through the line of the ball. Lovely shot.
Way down the leg side, he fired it in. And Wasim called it a wide. Yeah, now you're talking like a genuine batsman. Very well described by you.
Yeah, my head used to fall over from time to time. It was always a challenge, I feel, as a left-handed batsman. My head it was always really important. I knew I was batting well when my head was in a good position, but as soon as that head starts to go, you start getting yourself in difficulties. But that's why that previous shot was so effective.
This one is in the air, again safely dropping in front of the fieldsman. Yeah, youngsters who are watching Geo Super, Maiko, or whatever platform they are watching us through, I think they can learn a lot by your commentary. 18 overs bowled, 137 for 6.
What a beautiful view that is there of National Bank Stadium. The flags flying at the top of the stadium. Looks like there's a lovely breeze out there, but you don't really feel it when you're outside.
Absolutely a magnificent cricket ground. It has been the historical one. I have been coming here for last 17 years. I still can recall that I came here in 2008 or 9, first time ever. We covered a match, and then I kept coming here and still coming.
Yeah, good. And we love you here, Rana. We love whenever you visit National Stadium. Lovely shot through the covers there by Reeves. He's seeing the ball very well at the moment. He needs to keep trying to go. So Hale will be going from the other end, getting the long handle out. 138 for 6 off 18.1. You'd think they need about another 20 runs, 20 or 25 runs, and it will be a competitive total. Although I think it's a little below par. When it's a chase, it's a semi-final, pressure does funny things.
Fielder, oh, again. Fielder again did not able to catch that one. And Australians, I think they're slightly off color. They looked slightly off color in their fielding, particularly in first 3 or 4 overs. Then they made a good comeback. They took few good catches. But again, in this phase, in the fag end of their innings, they are struggling a bit in their fielding. Again a lofted shot, fielder is there, and now he took that one quite easily by making the reverse cup of his hands.
Yeah, fielder making no error that time. That was another good shot, firmly struck by Reeves. He got the connection, just didn't get enough height on it to clear that fielder, but he definitely timed it well. And this time the fielder makes no mistake at long on and takes the catch. Ryan Reeves goes for 11 off 8, caught by Nasser, bowled by the skipper Pinelli. 139 for 7 now, South Africa. 9 balls left in this innings. How many can they get? They're going at a current run rate of 7.51. Rana in the commentary box alongside me reckons that, need to be getting at least 160 plus. I would say that would be their benchmark now from where they are.
You are absolutely spot on, Sheikh. I think they still got a chance to get another 21 or 25 runs in their remaining 9 deliveries, but now they're 7 wickets down. And Australia can get a wicket or 2 here, and then they would be struggling to get about 160.
Khalid Mutasami comes to the crease for South Africa, and they'll be hoping that he can get going quickly or get his partner back on strike. He's hit it straight up in the air. Point will come round. Almost juggled it, but he's taken the catch. Another wicket has been taken. 139 for 8 now, South Africa, and you just feel the wheels are starting to come off again for South Africa.
That's what I was talking about, that Australia could get a wicket or 2 here, and then South Africa would be struggling to get it 160, 155 even. Now Australia got a very good chance to get them bundled out, A, and B, they can restrict them under 150. That was in the air for a longer period of time. Oh yes, fielder did juggle with that one, but at the end he got hold of that one, and Mutasawami comes and goes. He hasn't troubled the scorer at all.
Golden duck. Worst thing that can happen to you as a batter when you come to the crease, getting a first bowler. But he played for his team. He was looking to force the issue. He didn't want to play for himself. He was trying to increase that run rate, and in doing so, he's lost his wicket. Brings a new batter to the crease. What a view of National Bank Stadium, Karachi, and in the background, beautiful Karachi, the city of lights.
And penalty is on hat-trick. Lundi Mban is the newcomer, and he will be facing the hat-trick ball, and that's why he is here. That was in the air for a long time. Fielder came under the ball. He juggled a bit. There's a hat-trick ball.
Give it up! We have a hat-trick. Sorry, Rana. I've been waiting for some excitement here, and we have our first hat-trick, I believe, of this tournament. And it's taken by the skipper in a must-win semi-final game.
And what a comeback this has been by Australia. 7th, 8th and the 9th wicket, and that's the hat-trick. He bowled beautifully well, and umpire raised his left finger.
Look at the hat-trick ball. If you would want to bowl your hat-trick ball anywhere, you'd want it to be full and straight. That's exactly where he bowled it. Lundi Ambani is gone. It's another golden duck here. We have a hat-trick at National Bank Stadium, Karachi. Australia are starting to really put their foot down on this semi-final here. Game, the first semi-final of the day. South Africa are now 139 for 9. It just shows you how quickly the T20 game can change.
And it reminds me of the great Ian Chappell. He says, whenever you feel you are in a good position, add 2 wickets to your current position, you will be in a bad position. Yasir Ditta, the captain, comes out to face, and that's how he took his hat-trick, the bowler. And he defended that one very watchfully, gently and carefully, and it will end the over number 19, a very successful one, in which Penalty took a hat-trick. 139 for 9 South Africa after 19 overs. So 2 wickets can do wonder in cricket. He took 3.
3 for 12 now, the captain, Benelli. He'll be over the moon with that. And there was a little bit of a stage there where South Africa looked like they were starting to get momentum and might even go past the 160, push for maybe 170, and in the space of one over, a couple of overs, Australia have dragged it all back, followed by a hat-trick by the captain, and now South Africa only have 1 wicket left.
That's how he took his hat-trick, the Penalty, first wicket of the hat-trick. Then there was the second wicket. It was in the air for a long time. Good catch at the point region. And that was the...
Oh, that should have been the end of the innings. So Hale placed it straight to the long on fielder, and he's dropped it on that boundary line. Could that end up being costly?
Yeah, he can hit a couple of big 6s or even 3, because he got alive here. And Clary is not happy at all, having his hands on his back. And there you see that again. It came straight into the hands of the fielder, and then it got out of his hand. Now Sohail has hit that one magnificently well. That's what we were thinking, that Sohail can do some damage, and he has done it.
I wonder how important that drop catch is going to be, because they should have been 139 all out, South Africa. They're now on to 145. There's still 4 deliveries to go in. So Hale is on 40 off 23.
He goes again, belted hard. That's a magnificent 6. Picked the bones out of that one again.
He really picked the bones out of that one, Ranabai. On to 151 for 9 now, South Africa. They still have 3 deliveries left. That 160 is still on.
Absolutely, 160 again comes onto the card because of those 2 big 6s hit by Sohail. And this catch is proving very costly for the Australia that they dropped on the first ball of this over.
Yeah.
Oh, bowled him. Clearly, Clary having the final laugh.
Clever bowling, very, very clever bowling by Cleary. Slowed it up there. Still opted to go quite full, but Dunham with the slower ball And Sohail was through the shot before the ball arrived and lost his leg stump, but played a very valuable hand for his team there, Sohail. And 151 is still a total.
Absolutely, no doubt about that. 152 is the target, and they have a target where their bowler can make a match out of it, and all what they need to do to take a couple of quick wickets, particularly in the first 6 overs. Then they will have match in their hands.
All it takes is a couple early wickets here in the power play, and pressure does funny things.
Absolutely, you are quite right.
And South Africa have got a pretty steady bowling attack as well. I've watched them a couple of times already in this tournament. They're no mugs with the ball, but they really do need some early wickets. And if they get that, I think there could be a twist yet. We're going to head down to the pitch side now. We've got Eamon Anwar.
Hello, so I am here with Imano, who played a wonderful knock of 48 runs of 38 balls. So talk us through your innings. What was going in your mind as your team lost a couple of early wickets in the halfway of the game?
No, I thought I should take it easy because the bowlers were bowling very clever. So the wicket is a bit too paced, slow, so you can't really play your shot. So you need to really look at the ball and take your ones, and in the occasional punt when it came, I made sure that I put it away.
While coming into bat, what target did you actually have in your mind would be safest for your team to defend?
I think 150 is a good target on this wicket. With the bowlers that we have, we should be able to defend that.
So you have done a wonderful effort. What do you think would be going on regarding the nerves as it's the semi-final?
Yeah, I think our bowlers should take this. We should take it home. Yeah, I think we can give it to our bowlers to take it home.
Wonderful. All the best to you.
Thank you very much.
So this was Team South Africa. Back to the com box.
Thank you, Eamon. She was talking to Makano, scored very fine 48. Australia won the toss and they put South Africa in, and South Africa scored 151, and that's how they batted in their 20 overs. First ball was edged away, and then we saw some good shots. Australia were making fumbles in the field earlier on.
Come in.
That was in the air for a long time, and that was gone up. Then we saw some big strokes, particularly Makano took the Australians on. And that was a beautiful catch. That was a beautiful punch shot. Good catch again. Boundaries kept coming. And then bowler bowled a beautiful delivery. Then Sohail started playing big strokes. That was a very close call. Few big sixes we saw, and then few catches at the fag end of the innings. That was in the air for a long time, almost for eternity. Could have juggled with that one. Hat-trick was taken by Minali. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Sohail was the one who got out as the last man. So South Africa scored 151 in their allotted 20 overs. Knox scored 48. Sohail got very fine 46. Rayan chipped in with 11, and on the up the order, Stephen scored 13. 3 wickets each picked up by Penali and Edwards. Penali took the hat-trick. Clary took 2 wickets. Brent took 1, and 1 wicket was taken by Nasir, and they bundled out for 151 in 19.4 over. Now we have a break here. As we come back, you will see Australia batting.
Fielder is there. Oh, he put it down.
This one is going over the top. That is in there as well. Is this be taken? Yes, finally it is taken. Good delivery, and yes, this one is driven away.
It's again flighted, but wonderful shot. This is from Enoch.
welcome back, folks, then from the National Bank Stadium, Karachi, where the first semi-final of the IMC Over-40s is happening, and there are the two umpires making their way to the center for the second innings to get underway. Earlier on, South Africa were put into bat after Australian captain Jamie Panelli won the toss, and then they managed to post 151 in their allotted overs. They were bowled out actually in the last over, in the very last over. So it was a good going on in the opening half an hour, the first half an hour. And after that, there was a little bit of momentum with the bat we have seen, but the wickets just kept going down for South Africa. And they managed a decent total, in my opinion, looking at the surface. There are the two openers making their way to the center. There you are. Australia need 152 runs to win at a run rate required 7.60 per over. So it's going to be a good match in our hands. And to talk about it, I've been joined by Farooq Riaz. Welcome to the Combox, Farooq.
Thank you very much, Palak. Share is Australia. Both openers making their appearance, and they are clear favourites from here. 152 is not a daunting task on this wicket, and the batting form has been excellent from Australia. That is why they are playing the semi-final. And the bowlers did well. All the South Africans got some hiccups. In the end, they managed to get to 151. But South Africa need to pick up wickets. It's Jeff Hemming, the right-hand batter. This will take the strike, and he has been joined by Andy Crook.
Slight change in the batting order for Australia. Naughtle was previously opening the innings, and now Andy Crook, another experienced campaigner. Jacko Castle will be the bowler to start the proceedings from the far end, from the university end. It will be interesting to see how things go.
That's the field placing to the offside, a deep third, and there's a man at long off, extra cover, backward point, and there is a deep cover as well. So there is no boundary rider at the onside. So there is a man protecting the cover drive right at the edge of the deep cover. Pretty interesting field placing, and there is a man at deep third. Short fan leg, mid wicket, and mid on. Three men inside the circle.
All right, play says the umpire then. Good delivery. And, oh, cheeky single, but they are off and running, Australia.
Straight away action in the run chase. Pushed the ball towards mid-off. It was a risky single to me. Just pushed the ball, and the sideway action replay will tell how close was it. He'll set off immediately. He grounded his bat, but not too sure was he short of the crease or not. But nevertheless, Australia, they're off the mark.
Andy Crook is going to be on strike. He's a native Adelaide player, and Hurst Bridge Cricket Club is his club back in Australia, and he's there at the top of the order to just play some aggressive attacking cricket, what he's known for.
Ball went straight to short fan leg. It's got a leg side delivery, so bowler has to be careful. He doesn't have any protection of the boundary to the onside.
Driven handsomely. First boundary, I reckon. Yes, it is. In the end, there was a work for the fielder to do at the boundary. Failed to stop the ball, but the timing was exceptional by Crook.
That is why there was a man position at deep cover. He had to cover a lot of ground. The driving was very well. It's pitched up. Beautifully played shot. Beat the man inside the circle. And plenty of ground covered by the fielder. He could have stopped that. He made an attempt, but in the end, he would be disappointed. Boundary of the first boundary of the run chase.
Good comeback. Nicely bang on target on that occasion. Jacko. Good to see Jacko is just trying to pitch the ball up to the bat, just allowing the ball to get that little bit of swing what is available. It's only just.
Wide.
Nicely bowled again. This is where he should be operating.
It's got the gentle pace, Jacko. None for 5 is very important to create a breakthrough in the first few overs. They know they are defending. 152 is not a huge score on the board.
Just a tiny bit of width on offer, but can't get it past that fielder at cover point, and that ends the over. A good one by Jacko. 5 without loss of wicket, Australia.
Let's go, boys, let's go.
The sponsors we have Wasabi Dubai, Henry Cars is Junoon 247 Travels, and T1 Motors for BMW. So thanks to the sponsors, it has been a wonderful tournament. We are heading towards the end. We are heading towards the climax. It's a semi-final, first semi-final. Junoon 247 Travels. Shahid Afridi Foundation is also the part of the sponsors.
Right hand bowling over.
It's John Corrid. So lots of sponsors. Quetta Gladiators, one of the franchise we all know, very popular franchise. Bankwell Fala as well. Lundi Mbane, the right-arm medium fast, will operate from the pavilion end, sharing the new ball.
A little bit of shade, but he gets a thick outside inch into the boundary for 4. A lucky one, but a good one. He will take it, Hamming.
Well, always a challenge for the captain. We have to place the deep third, whether to keep him fine or whether to keep him wide. He was just a touch wide. No slip in position. Doesn't seem to be an intentional edge. He went for the drive, held the outside edge, where he's lucky enough to pick up the boundary.
Well, this total, Farooq, I don't think it's that small total. It's that in-between total. So with those many runs on the board, they can still afford to have a slip in play for the first couple of overs or so. South Africa, I won't mind if they have a slip.
Yes, they can use new ball for good effect, and they are trying to drive Australians. They want to play it through the offside, so they can afford to have a slip in the first 3-4 overs.
Outside the off stump with on offer, and he wasted no time, did Crook, to put that away off the back foot. Beautifully executed stroke.
That is cut superb. Wide delivery outside the off stump, and Crook had a chance to free his arms, and deep third had no chance to cut it off. Lovely shot. You've got to be careful. You just can't afford to provide width if you doesn't bowl with a brisk pace. Well executed, good balance, even the one hand came off, but he controlled that shot well in the end.
Nicely bowled. Just came back a touch to the right-hander there. The ball just flows off the bat here in Karachi, and the outfield is lightning fast. So you do get value for the shots as a batter.
Got to be careful. I think he's trying to steer the ball towards deep third. It wasn't that wide, and the ball could have struck his front pad as well before hitting the pad, before hitting his bat. So he got to be careful. On second time, he played in that manner.
Uppishly played, but down to gully for no run. A good 3 deliveries to end the over by Looney. 2 done, it's 14 for none.
This stimulant drink, energy drink, Markhor, the energy drink partner. It's launched by Shahid Afridi, is also brand ambassador for his brand, Markhor stimulant drink.
Well, we had quite a few the other day. It was definitely stimulating, energizing, and good, tasty drinks.
Yeah, op die ring. One of you come into mid-wicket, please.
Looks as if we are going to have a change in the bowling very early in the piece. A good over first up was bowled.
You can go.
And he's taken out of the attack, and now Stridham has been brought into the bowling.
Left arm round bowling, bowler change. Left arm round bowling.
And it will be coming from round the stumps, looking to cramp the batsman. And we've seen Aussie batters for struggled when the ball was coming into them so far in the first 2 overs.
It's time for a spin. Reinhardt, the left arm spinner, round the wicket.
Bowled him, and that's the reason he brought the spinner, did Jamie Penali, the Aussie captain. It's great captaincy, and there you go, first wicket already.
It wasn't wide enough for luck, and he tried to play the cut shot. The first delivery, he went off the back foot, tried to play the cut shot, and wrong shot selection. In the end, he paid the price. So what a start, a dream start for the left arm spinner. Is Jeff Hemming walking back for 6. South Africa struck for the first time. 14 for 1 on the board.
I just like the way he started his bowling, did Reinhardt. He's got his man of the very first ball, and Stephen Paulson now, the left-hander, in very early into the 3rd over, and there you go. This is how he bowled Reinhardt. That one came into the right-hander very sharply, and he was in no man's land in the end. Have a look at that.
You've got to pay some respect to the bowler. Wasn't the kind of delivery you can expect to play the cut shot. He's absolutely pumped, spinner, and he's done exactly what his keeper wanted. Is Paulson, the next man in, is still busy in positioning his field, and he wants his own field, that's for sure.
I just got carried away with the action for there. It wasn't Jamie Penali, it was Yasser Ditta. Sorry, Yasser. It was his change who really brought about that result for South Africa. So the Aussies lost their first wicket very early. Hemming, the dangerous Hemming, out pretty cheaply.
Still, he's taking some time in positioning their field man, and there is a man at deep third at the backward point cover, the left-hand batsman Paulson, and now he's bowling over the wicket. The left-hander, mid-wicket fielder has been taken. There was a man at short far leg, backward square leg, mid on, long off is in position, is still not quite happy with the field placing and taking a little bit extra time. Umpire certainly wants him to go for a ball now.
Well, South Africa realizing very early that the spinners are going to be effective on this sort of track, and this is good thinking, intelligent thinking by Yasser Ditta.
Oh man!
But not if you bowl long hops. If you bowl them there, Steve Paulson is ready to put them away. One bounce over the boundary, beautifully struck.
It's bad delivery, and Paulson didn't waste that opportunity. The third ball is bowled and dropped the ball short. It was certainly a scoring opportunity. He made most of it. He's off the mark. So it's the right time for South Africans to block some runs. You can't afford to provide looseness. Just like that.
Yeah, that's more like it. You got to be bowling more often than not, there and thereabout. There you see him relaxing big time. One of the Aussie members of the Masters, and there's their dugout.
So apart from the boundary, it has been a very decent over. And quite rightly so, he picked that mid-wicket boundary, and on both occasions the batsman played that one towards mid-wicket. The last ball coming up.
Charge down the track, along the carpet, into the boundary for 4. The Paulson is absolutely made up his mind that he's going to play some shots today.
I think he predicted that he would offer the flight. He used his whip for good effect. There was a man at long off, but he had no chance. Just claim it on, but he firmly struck. The timing was there. 9 runs off the over and a wicket. You can't keep Australians, you can't keep them away from scoring runs. It's a very positive start, and that's one of the sponsors, Divan Motors, BMW. The wonderful car is parked and beyond the boundary.
A beautiful luxury car, that BMW. Nicely bowled, right up there, not giving any width.
It's not a bad utilization of the power play. There's still nearly a couple of overs to go.
Oh, he goes down the ground, beautifully struck. It'll be a boundary. The timing was exquisite and can't hit straighter than that. Crook growing in confidence with that stroke.
Oh, that's a proper smash. Played it straight through the line. Very safe. On the ground, a lot of power off the front foot. Beautifully struck. So Australians are getting boundaries thick and fast. Absolutely smashed it.
Well, they lost a wicket of Hamming, but they've made up their mind. They're prepared to take their chances. Oh, that was a short but quick delivery. Couldn't get quite hold of it. Oh, the overthrows come into play and into the boundary. That's sloppy work by the South Africans. This is not required.
Well, the fielding at 6s and 7s, this is not acceptable. They're not defending a big score. There's 152. It's a decent score though, but if you give away the overthrows like that, no backing up and sloppy work, the Australians will welcome such runs, and they are cruising now. So they got 3 boundaries in a very short space of time. It also moves to a crook on 17, and pressure certainly on South Africa.
Nathaniel Howard was the fieldsman on that occasion, just got carried away with his throw. Too excited. Change of angle now as he's bowling to the left-hander for Lundy. Just jacked back, cramping the left-hander for space, but the 1 run was on offer. Australian running in between the wickets has also been good along with the boundaries. So this has been a good start in terms of the scoring for Australia, and this is what they need at the top of the order.
That's right. They're cruising quite nicely. It's a positive start, setting the foundation for the batsman to follow. Lundy is still in search of his first wicket.
Pulled away, didn't get quite hold of it. Just a little quicker than he was thinking, Crook. He has some pace as Lundy. He's quicker than you think, and he's at you all the time. He's been a touch expensive in this short spell, but he's one of their good bowlers. Nicely driven, can't get it past mid-on. Good captaincy and good fielding by Yasir Ditta on that occasion at mid-on.
Good cricket all round and single to end the over. This Crook retains a strike, 33 for 1 on the board.
So Reinhardt will continue after bowling a successful first over. Nicely bowled again. Look at that sharp turn. He bowls that in dipper, that in drift, which comes sharply into the right-hander.
Half a shot from the spinner. That would have missed him. I reckon that wasn't a bad shot, I reckon, but no support from the keeper. Nevertheless, the strike has been rotated. It's Paulson back on strike, who has got two lovely shots, two lovely boundaries. And both boundaries he got against Reinhardt.
Well, with that sharp, unorthodox delivery, he's going to be mighty effective against the left-hander as well, I reckon. Yeah, that's nicely bowled. He knows his limits. Went for a couple of boundaries in his first over, but immediately realized that where he should be operating more often than not. Charge again by Paulson. He's happy to have a little shimmy down the wicket as Paulson. Second time coming down the pitch.
I think he should get a slip in. Reinhardt, although they are scoring with a good pace, Australians, but this spinner Reinhardt can create an opportunity. He should get the slip in.
Oh yes,
This has been very good bowling by Reinhardt. Stridham, impactful player. He's an all-rounder. Oh, have a look at that. Nearly got it through. Have to be careful, Crook. And that one kept low as well.
That's good tight bowling. They're not finding gaps. Oh, it's quite dangerous for the batsman's point of view. That ball was close enough to hit his pad, but somehow he got some bat on it. Single to end the over. 5 gone, 36 for 1. Well bowled Reinhardt. Crook on 20, Paulson on 9. They are chasing 152. At this stage, it's a pretty even Steven situation. Australia at the moment, 116 runs they need from 90 balls. It's time for the change in voices. Two handsome gentlemen coming up. Rana Shwak and Qasim Sheikh are picking up the commentary now.
Thank you very much. Farooq Riaz and FS Malik, 36 for 1, Australia. They are looking to get 152 to get to the final. Crook is in good form, 20 of 18 deliveries. And Paulson has 9 of 8. They have got off to a decent start, but they've lost 1 wicket in the process. Mohammad Sohail Imran, who batted magnificently well for his 46 while South Africa was batting. Now he has the ball. Let's see what he brings up when it comes to bowling. Oh, batsman was not ready, but Qasim Sheikh is absolutely ready. Welcome back, sir.
Always a pleasure to be with you, Rana. And it might just be Sohail's day. South Africa needs somebody to try and change this game. Sohail played a wonderful knock with the bat. And if he can take a wicket or two, they need a wicket or two very soon to have a good fighting chance here. It could really change this game.
This one is driven away, and that's a good shot, but there is a man backing in the countrysides. He was at the sweeper covers, comes up and stops it and sends it back to the keeper.
That shows you how good the pitch is as well. That was a lovely line and length he hit first up, and the batter was able to just hit the ball on the up, top of the bounce, straight through the covers, out to the deep cover boundary for 1, but it came onto the bat so nicely.
And it is always good for the batsman, particularly for the Australian batters, because in Australia they do have a lot of bounce in the tracks and they like bouncy tracks. South Africans too. South Africa have produced very bouncy tracks, particularly when it comes to Durban. This one is driven and driven handsomely. They'll run up to the long off boundary for 4.
One of the nicer sights in world cricket. Whenever a batter hits the ball straight down the ground, it is so beautiful on the eye. He picked that hat volley up very early, struck it through the line of the ball. Great head position, great balance, all the way to that long off boundary for 4.
That was a beautiful shot. Just shuffled a bit. This one is picked away, and that's gonna be 4. He is in magnificent form, the batter Paulson. Back-to-back boundaries.
For a moment there, Rana, I thought square leg might come into play, but clever batting by Paulson. Played it a little bit later just to make sure he got it behind square, and all the way to that deep backward square boundary for 4. Lovely timing.
Runs are coming at a swift pace for Australia now. 152 is not looking uphill task for them, but they still got to make 107 runs for the victory in 87 balls. This one is driven up as well, but Midon can cut this one off this time around, so batsman only gets a single here.
Yes, just this kind of start that Australia wanted in this kind of run chase. They have not really taken any pressure. South Africa have not really been able to get the early wickets that they wanted. Australia have ticked along nicely to 46 for 1 after 5.4 overs, 2 balls left in the power play. But I think they'll be very much the happier of the two sides in Game 1 semi-finals day.
No doubt about that. They're going through for a quick single, and they have made it easily at the end. Yes, they should be happy because A, they're chasing 152, not 180, 190. B, they have scored 47 and lost just a single wicket so far out of 5.5 overs.
And really clever batting there as well. They're scoring the boundaries, but they're also taking the quick singles, not allowing South Africa to really build any sort of pressure on them. They need a wicket, and they need one fast, South Africa.
This one is played away, and that is rocketing away to the covers boundary for 4.
Brings up the 50 for Australia, going along very well here at 51 for 1 off their 6 overs in the power play.
That was a magnificent shot. He bent down one knee and cracked that one. Fielder did get his hands into that one, but ball still travelled away because that was hit ferociously. That was hit with so much power. 51 for 1 in 6 overs, so they have had a very, very good batting power play.
Similar to a David Warner type shot that was. He would have been proud of that cover drive. Lovely shot.
Absolutely spot on again, Mr. Sheikh. And that's how they batted in the power play. The Australian edged one away for a boundary. Square driven for 4. The wicket that has been taken by South Africa so far. Then flurry of the boundaries we saw. Oh, that was one brute of a shot. Again, that was driven beautifully.
Some lovely cricket shots in this highlight reel. Australia 51 for 1, Crook 22 off 20, and Paulson going very well, 22 off 12. Reinhardt is 1 for 11 off his 2 overs so far, so he's bowling well. Can he pick up a wicket or 2 for his team to give them some sort of hope?
You talked about the great David Warner, who's not playing anymore, but he's commentating in one of the commentary boxes in Australia. Australia always produced these type of cricketers who can change the game in a quick succession. Warner was one example, Travis Head is the other one. Nowadays, the way he batted in the first Ashes Test match in the second innings took the game away from England in half an hour time, I can tell you that. And then in past, Ian Chappell was a very aggressive player. Simon O'Donnell was the one. So was Mark Waugh, Michael Slater, Ricky Ponting. They kept on producing players who likes to play quickly, even in the longer format.
Single down the ground to long off. Yeah, just coming back to Australian teams and all the names you mentioned there, Rana. Fantastic players. You can add Hayden and Langer
of course,
to that list as well. Adam Gilchrist comes into the play. You mentioned Mark Waugh. You've also got his brother Steve Waugh. I mean, we're talking top of the top. A name that doesn't get mentioned enough, but it really should, is Damien Martin.
Oh, what a great player he was. His technique was pure one. He used to bat at number 2 down in test matches. And what a terrific player he was. He batted beautifully well, particularly against India and South Africa in 2003 World Cup's final.
Wonderful, wonderful player. One of those type of players that doesn't probably get the recognition he deserves because of all the big names that were around him, but he himself was a fantastic player.
No doubt about that. I really loved watching him bat. And I also loved the batting of Michael Bevan. Then Andrew Simons joined in.
Finisher.
What a terrific finisher he was.
Yeah, they're so well prepared when they get into the Australian national team. They've played first class cricket for years. Look at Michael Hussey. There's a name we haven't mentioned yet. Mr. Cricket. Single into the onside to add another to the tally for Australia. Michael Hussey had to wait until he was into his 30s before he made his debut for Australia, and still went on to have such a splendid international career.
Yeah, before he came in the Australian side, he already had scored tons of runs in the domestic, and so did the that Lehman. Lehman scored so many hundreds and so many runs in the domestic or Shield cricket, but he didn't really excel in the Australian Test side, the Lehman. But he was a terrific player as well.
Probably the similar examples you could give from a Pakistan point of view would be the likes of Misbah Haq, who didn't play till quite late in his career. Yunus Khan himself didn't come in till a little bit further on in his career, and look what he went on to achieve. Australia now 54 for 1 off 7 overs.
Yeah, Misbah has been the best Test captain Pakistan have ever produced. He has won more matches than anyone else as Pakistan's Test captain.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't know that. You learned something.
More than Javed Mian, more than Wasim Akram. So he is the best Test captain of Pakistan have ever produced.
That's quite an amazing achievement.
Imran Khan.
Imran, that's what I was going to ask. Is Imran Khan, he has a better winning record than Imran Khan as well?
Yeah.
That's
than anyone. Well, you can consider that Imran Khan did beat West Indies in those days when nobody could. But Imran Khan captained Pakistan in 48 Test matches. Yasir Deta is the one who is going to bowl. He won 14, lost 18, 8, drew 26. Javed captained Pakistan in 34 Test matches, won 14, lost 6, and drew 14. Wasim Akram, I think, won 12 Test matches as captain. Waqar won 7. Salim Malik won 7. I'm telling you through my memory. And then Misbah is the one who has won more number of Test matches as captain than anyone else.
Do you have a Google inside your head? Wow. Impressive stats here by Rana Shfaq. Just the knowledge there to just pull those numbers out the hat is super impressive.
It is your majesty again, Sheikh Saab, and this one is swept, I would say, for a single.
No, really very interesting to listen to there. Here we are on screen, Rana Bhai.
Absolutely. Our production team doing a terrific job.
Yeah, shout out. Let's shout out to the production team. They are a wonderful team, the Geo Super production team. They keep us in check, make sure we know where we need to be, when we need to be, and they never miss a trick, so well done to them. It's a pleasure to work with them.
Absolutely. Mr. Rehan Siddiqui, Mr. Adil Moin, Farooq Suleiman, and the Wahida.
Wahida Zindabad. You don't want Wahida is the one that keeps us right. She's like a army general.
They all are very hardworking, and they are doing coverage with great enthusiasm. They're showing great zest about that. And that is lofted but straight into the hands, man down at the cow corner boundary, and who took that, and South Africa got another wicket.
Cricket is a very, very funny game, and it just takes something like that. He's absolutely crunched that. In fact, Anish Sheikh is sitting in the back of the commentary box and said, shot! And I felt the same, but straight to the man at that deep mid-wicket boundary. And maybe that might just give South Africa some hope if they can take back-to-back wickets here. It's funny what pressure does. Stephen Poulsen played a lovely hand there, but he's gone now for 23 off 15. Australia 55 for 2 off 7.3 overs now, chasing down that target set by South Africa, 152 to win. Can we see a twist? I want to see a twist in this game. I like a bit of competitiveness, and at the moment Australia look like they should see this game home, but anything can happen if a few more wickets fall.
No, one never knows in cricket. Cricket is a game of great uncertainties, as we have seen tied test matches. Test matches got tied.
There she is, our Army General of Geo Super, Wahida. She doesn't know if she's on screen just yet. Wahida, can you hear us? No, she won't be hearing us, but she won't be happy with me about this. She doesn't like to get mentioned on the TV. Stephen Noto will come to the crease for Australia. No, she does a great job. Honestly, she's fantastic. She works extremely hard. And well done to Wahida. She's a dot ball.
Oh,
and yeah, look, pressure builds. Could have been, maybe we might get a run out or something else happens here. It's funny what one wicket can just do to change a game. The captain is needed here. Australia's captain took a hat-trick. I wonder if Yasser Ditta can do something similar for South Africa and his team.
It looked like the Australian pressing a panic button here. They don't need to press any panic button. They are going all right. And I think they should not get complacent as well. So they've got to be playing accurately, because cricket is a funny game, as we are mentioning on, and anything can happen at any stage of the game. So they've got to be a bit active, they've got to be a bit accurate while chasing 152. Off the front foot, this one is played into the offside without a run. 8 overs bowled, 56 for 2 the Australia.
You're absolutely spot on, Rana. However, this is a different kind of game. You're playing for a spot in the final of this IMC Over-40s T20 World Cup, and that brings a different type of pressure.
And there you see the scorer with different colours of pens, and he got dozens of pens there, and writing down the score. And we also saw some boxes of the wide balls there.
Such an important role that often goes under the radar, but the scorer does such an important job. And there's nothing better than looking at a nice clean scorebook. And he's got all the colours there, and it makes for nice reading. Ball is struck out to that deep cover boundary for a single. Reinhardt is 1 for 14 off 3. He's bowled a very good spell here. Can he add a wicket here and give his team a tight over? Because that is what is needed for South Africa. They just need to try and pull Australia's momentum back in these next 2-3 overs.
Rain has done a pretty good job so far. He has 1 for 16, bowling his 4th and final over. But Crook is still out there in the middle. Played 28 deliveries for his 26. Not only is newcomer, but he knows what he has to do. 94 needed in 70 balls. They still got a game on. The South African. All they need to do to take wicket or two here, and they need to bowl some tight overs as well.
Clever batting here though by Australia. Coming back to your point from the last over, you said there's no need to panic. And they're not panicking, they're just knocking the ball around, continuing to rotate the strike. And that's important in a run chase. But just as we said it, Reinhardt has taken another one for South Africa. Batter has played across the line. Don't think he had to play that shot, but he's lost his middle stump. South Africa take their 3rd wicket, and I just feel there's a twist in this game just yet. I don't think this game is anywhere near over yet, Rana.
Commentator curse. Don't admire the Australian. That's what South Africans are saying to us. Andy Crock is the one who was going for the sweep shot, missed it altogether, and ball hit the stumps and bails were dislodged, and they were all over the shop. 3rd wicket goes down for the Australians, and they are now in bit of dire straits. Not saying they are in dire straits by all means, but they are in bit of Dire Straits 59 for 3. We are in the 9th over. 94. Remember, 93 or 94 runs out of 68, 69 balls. Never easy with 7 wickets in hand.
Every single dot ball now is what South Africa need to build towards. Dot balls bring pressure, pressure brings wickets. If they can steal 1 or 2 more wickets, get Australia 5 down before they get to 100, that's big pressure.
Remember, my son, if you are in a good position, at 2 wickets, you are in a bad position. And they already have taken 1. If they take another one,
that was our energy drink supplier on screen there with their brand ambassador, Shahid Khan Afridi, Marco Energy Drinks, giving us some lovely drinks throughout this tournament. It's been very enjoyable and great to see a drink made in Peshawar, Pakistan, and now looking to go Pakistan wide and then maybe internationally as well. Good for them. I wish Marco all the best.
Nasir is the newcomer and he needs to play very carefully. Shahid Afridi, there you see, represented Pakistan terrifically well. He's the one who got 137 balls, and there you see the Marco logo as well.
He really is a superstar, Shahid Afridi. He's a very, very big brand in himself, and definitely a wise move by Marco to get him involved. Australia are 59 for 3 off 9 overs now. We've just been handed some tea in the commentary box from our lovely colleague Alex. Desi chai, Karak chai, I love it. I don't drink tea anywhere else in the world apart from when I come to Pakistan.
And there you see the ladies watching this match with keen interest. And yes, Alex serving us with enthusiasm. Works really hard. He comes very early in the morning in the com box and always makes very, very good and kadak chai, as you mentioned. We are in the 10th over now. We are getting towards the halfway stage of the innings, and Australia are still requiring 93 runs for the victory in 65 balls. These are the more officials of this event. Australian now trying to milk the bowling. They are taking singles, but at some way or the other, they've got to hit some boundaries as well because run rate is creeping up.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Rana, 8.62. If you can get that above 9 runs and over is a lot of runs to be keeping up to the rate with.
No doubt.
And there's a drinks break coming. I don't think it's a bad drinks break for either team, just to kind of get together, have a chat, recompose what the plans are for the next 3 to 5 overs. But at the moment, it's a really interesting game going on here.
I think South Africans are doing a good job now. One, they have picked up 3 Australian wickets, and the second, they are also bowling some tight overs. They're keeping the run rate under check. Current run rate is just a shade over 6, which is fairly good for the South Africa, not for Australia, sure. This one is played back down towards the bowler, another dot balls, and dot balls can mount the pressure up.
Dot balls is key for South Africa just now. It really is, and they continue to build pressure on these Australian batters. Another dot ball added. Clever bowling by the South African skipper here. He's dragging his team back into this match, and there's some of our ground staff. They've done a wonderful job. Lovely, lovely, lovely chaps as well. Always smiling in the morning, and it's a pleasure to work alongside them.
And this one is played away, but there is a man back on the boundary. Single is taken. Yasser Ditta finishes a very good over here. He bowled beautifully well, 1 for 4 in 2 overs, 10 overs gone. It's 61 for 3, and Falak Sher will stay in the com box, and he will be joined by Danish Anis.
Yeah, pretty even Stevens as far as both the teams are concerned. South Africa were 56 for 3. Australia have managed 61 for 3. They need 91 of 60 balls. The good thing for the Australian Masters is their middle order has clicked throughout the tournament. They've got runs under their belt, and that always helps in crunch games.
Quite right, Danish, and in desperate need of a partnership here, the Australians, and we all know that they keep on fighting no matter at which level, at which stage they're playing cricket. These Aussies are good fighters, and they will never give it up. But at the moment, what South Africans have achieved so far, they also will be having a little bit of sigh of relief, because they've picked up the dangerous crook just before the drinks break, and that has now given them a time to regroup, have some impactful strategies.
The South Africans have showed a lot of grit here, not feeling the pressure but putting it on their opponents. Yes, the score, the total wasn't too big, but they've done well to take 3 wickets here.
I can't bump against you. Did you feel that sort of thing? How's it just? Revo, where were you?
Right then, at the halfway mark, as we know that both of the sides are pretty much even Stevens, and will be interesting to see that this period of 10 to 15 overs, how things go. Nasser Jalil is at the crease. He's inspired by Shahid Free. This is the last dismissal. Reinhardt has been impressive, and Steve Paulson was out at cow corner boundary. He was trying to go back and went across the line, did Krug. Those were the 3 wickets that South African taken so far.
Stephen Gilbert will be bowling his first from the far end. Now he's been super disciplined. He's taken some valuable wickets for his team, and this is the moment to take some more. As far as the Australian Masters are concerned, the plan needs to be simple. They need to have a partnership here and carry on till the 15th over, scoring anything in the vicinity of 100, 110. That would mean they'd need about 40 odd runs in the last 5 overs, which is manageable.
Oh yeah,
Starts off well, does Stephen Gilbert. Geez, look alike of Aiden Markram, isn't he?
Yeah, he's been in it from way longer though. And he frees his arms, goes for the big one, and it goes way over the boundary line for a maximum.
He's quite famous in doing this. Nasser Jalil, he's kind of a pinch hitter, opening his shoulders on that occasion and getting the maximum. Got it right in the middle of the bat and cleared long on by some distance. Long on tried hard, but he was never in with the chance. He goes big, this time wider, and again he manages to clear the fence. He's on fire, Nasser Jalil. You're in Karachi.
Nasser Jalil is showing how it's done. 2 back-to-back sixes, exactly what the doctor ordered for the Australian Masters. They must have had that discussion during that drinks break. We cannot keep on losing wickets. We need to score some runs, and that's exactly what Nasser is doing. We're back live now. Oh, that one stayed low.
Good comeback delivery by Stephen, but 2 sixes already. Looks as if he's made up his mind. He's someone who's been given the license to just go out and change the complexion of the game.
But he needs to be careful. He needs to stay there for his team. His job is still half done.
But by nature, he's an aggressive batter, and this is what he's doing at the moment.
Yeah, batters with aggressive mindsets need to realize the responsibility even more, because if they manage to stay on the wicket, they can flip the match around. They can win the match for their team, but if he scores a couple of sixes and gets back to the pavilion, that's pressure on.
Yes.
That will be the single to end the over. We'll come back to that. Your point, Danish. 11 bowled, 75 for 3 Australia.
Now that's good cricket from Nasir Jalil. Taking a single after those 2 huge sixes. The first one was straighter. Ubed pulled his length a bit on the second one, and he log swept it.
Well, you were talking about the aggressive batters being careful. It's kind of a microcosm in a human being, in my opinion. It's kind of instinct that it comes naturally. Even if you talk about the aggressive, the fast bowlers, they don't mind line and length. Predominantly, they just look for the sheer pace. Similarly, it goes with the batters. They're just looking to attack more than thinking too much about the techniques and all that stuff.
That does make sense, Falak, but I believe the will to win should reign supreme. It should overcome your instincts. You need to control what you would want to do and play for your team.
Good point. This is how champions grow. And that's inside edge into the boundary. That beats everyone there. Didn't entirely get where he intended, but he will take it, Nasir.
Yeah, Nasir is playing a beautiful cameo here. He's already on 18 of 12 deliveries. Can he take it all the way for his team? Or at least take them close enough to take that pressure off? It is a big match, so the pressure will be on till the very last ball.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, normally he's been bowling brilliantly, Yasir Ditta. This time he pushed it quicker. Too straight for my liking. Works it away on the onside for a single.
It's bowlers like Yasir Ditta you need to be careful against. Don't give your wicket to the best bowler. Wait for the right man to come on against you.
Making it into a full toss and playing it down the ground. Work for the man to do, does well. Didn't entirely time it to perfection there. He was on the charge already, was Noddle.
Yeah, did well to dance up the crease. Just one.
He goes for a big heave, does Nasir, and he's known to do this. He means to do this and picks the bones out of that one. That is another maxi. Third one for him.
My word, that is clean hitting from Nasir. He's single-handedly taking this match away from South Africa. That was a good hit, using those long levers, giving it the full swing of the bat and getting the distance as well.
Oh, yes.
Nicely bowled a Yorker length there. I'll tell you what, Nasir is inspired by Boom Boom Afridi, and we're witnessing some Boom Boom stuff from him. 12 bowl, 88 for 3 Australia.
And Nasir surely has made a match out of this. Now the Australian Masters require 64 runs at just 48 deliveries. That was an expensive over from Yasir Ditta, who hadn't given away many runs in his initial 2 overs. Nottle has been quiet in this match, but he's let his bat speak throughout the tournament. Got a couple of Man of the Match awards as well for his team. So this is the pair that can take Australia to the final, and they need to make sure they take the responsibility and go all the way, because when you lose 1 wicket, Falak, you tend to lose a couple more.
Rightly said, 1 brings 2, and now Nathaniel Howard has been given the ball. He was very impressive in one of the games in the first round, has picked up a fifer as well, was player of the tournament, Nathaniel Howard.
This is good captaincy from Yasir Ditta, realizing that Nasir Jalil is taking the match away from them, bringing on their best bowler, which will give them the best chance to take a couple of wickets here. Because if the South Africans are to win this match, they've got to take wickets, and they've got to take wickets right away, otherwise Nasir Jalil is going to simply take the match away from them.
Already on 25 of 15, looking very dangerous. He's one of those players If he's there for 2 or 3 overs, he can take the game away from the opposition. So it's very important from a South African perspective to get his wicket at this point in time.
Howard to Nottle. Driven beautifully wide of that man at extra cover. He will get 4 for that. That is class personified from Nottle.
Well, I love that lazy elegance by Nottle on that occasion. A little bit of width on offer, a juicy half volley, and he says, welcome to the bowling crease. Brilliantly executed cover drive.
And that was a loose start from Howard. You cannot afford to warm up when the match is going away from you. He needs to come back on point.
Yeah, this time shortening his length, but he's happy to just squirt it down to third man for another single here.
And that was a good fielding effort at the boundary line, although Nottle did well to carve it towards third man. He was looking for another boundary there. But this is good risk-free cricket from the Australian Masters. Right then, what can Nasser do now?
Yeah, there'll be a little bit of battle going on now. Nathaniel to Nasser. Oh, this time he whips it around the corner, but there is a protection.
He properly whacks them, doesn't he, Falak? His bat speed is something to admire.
Well, he's a big man, powerful man, strongly built, and he uses his power to good effect, does Nasser Jalil. He's a power hitter of Australia. Nottle is on the charge. They're looking to throw their bat at almost everything, Danish.
Yeah, but Nottle is keeping his head down. There is an element of safety in his shots. He drove that really well. Unfortunately, he played it straight to the field at mid-off.
Yeah, technically more precise, more compact as compared to his partner. And he plays it inside out towards the covers. But both of the batters have been very effective, and this is one good partnership building up for Australia.
Yeah, the difference in the style of play you were talking about is exactly what makes this pair even more dangerous, because there's an element of sanity and insanity there in the middle, which is working for the Australian Masters.
That was a good delivery, hurried him. Nicely bowled by Howard to finish that 13th over. Australian Masters are 95 for 3.
Fine up, fine up.
Yeah, I'm loving this from Nasser Jalil. He's respecting good deliveries as he should. He's not throwing his bat away at everything he's getting. He realizes the importance of his wickets. And that is the most important thing at this stage. And when you're hitting them so well, Falak, you've got to take it to the very end. The job isn't over till the fat lady screams.
Don't let your emotions rule your heart there, or your brain even, I would say. Absolutely brilliant display by both of the batters so far. They've been very effective, and I wonder if 1 or 2 overs are going in the same pace, they can just take the game away from South Africa.
Yeah, but the pace is on. It's going to be easier for the Australian Masters. They do prefer the ball coming on to the bat rather than slower pace deliveries, darting in or coming in with the angle of the arm, not allowing them to free their arms. Pacers give them that pace to play with.
Jeko now back into the attack. I wonder why he was taken away from the attack when he bowled a very good very first over of the innings, given just 5 runs away. Ball short, gets pulled away, and gets pulled away into the boundary. No man patrolling the fence on that direction. It's a good boundary for Nottle here.
That's not good bowling from Yako. It was down leg. There was no one on the boundary line at square leg, or even fine leg is up in the circle. That's asking for trouble, I tell you. He needs to bowl wicket to wicket here. dry out those runs, keep on increasing the pressure.
That's much better. That's the length he should be bowling on. Because with that pace, you can't afford to bowl short, especially when you don't have a deep square leg in play.
Yeah, from this length, if there is any sort of movement, he will trouble the batter. Although we haven't seen too much movement today at least. The spinners haven't gotten turned throughout the tournament.
And he means only one way, does Nasser, and that is to do that. Bang! It's out of here.
That was a good, clean strike from Nasser. Once again, he's looking so good. Single-handedly just destroying the South African Masters here. Yako, a bit too full on that occasion, allowed Nasser to free his arms. You could afford this length against Knottle, but against Nasser, someone who's that strong, you just cannot bowl him at good lengths.
Well, there's been plenty of entertainment watching Nasser bat down the leg side, and this is what happens when a batsman is batting like Nasser, erring in line big time and paying the price there. Yako in deep trouble, the bowler.
Yeah, drifting down leg. He wanted to go for a Yorker length delivery. That's suicidal, especially when the wicketkeeper is standing up to the stumps. Yeah, 5 wides there. Might as well give the Australians the game in a silver platter.
Well, this has been a hell of destruction so far. What we have witnessed from Nasser in particular. He goes down the ground this time. Only time he didn't hit the ball in the air in that direction. Every time he's going down the ground, you sense something special.
But even that stroke was very sweetly timed. It was racing to the boundary line. It took a diving effort to stop it. Nelson on the board.
Could have stopped that. Not to be. But a single is given away. And that's the end of 14th. It's 1-1-2 for 3 Australia.
Yako grunting in agony, in disgust. His team needed a tight over from him. But Nasser in no mood for mercy. He wants to end this game as early as possible. And that's the way to go about it. You cannot think of taking it to the last over.
Well, I like your point, Danish, that you made a couple of overs back, that there is always a fine line between aggression and being sensible, and he has been able to take care of that fine line so far, Nasser Jalil. That's why he's been so successful, and slowly but surely, in my opinion, he's taking the game away. Rian Reeves has been brought into the bowling attack now. A little bit of change in the bowling by the captain, Yasser Ditta. He knows that he needs to pick up wicket, and that too fairly quickly.
This is desperation from Yasser Ditta. He is in desperate need of a wicket. Can Ryan Reeves do it for South Africa?
A little bit of width on offer, but he has a protection at third man. Knottle is doing a very good job, you know, at times. Take a look at that Falcon enjoying somewhere from the top.
Felt like it looked at you, Palak. There you go. She knows we're talking about her.
I don't know if it is having a wink, the way it gave the gesture. Have a look at that. That was a big heave. He's swinging it. Definitely is Jalil. Knows his strength, knows his power. Looks to me a right-handed Matty Hayden.
Yeah, Nasser has done everything right till now. He may be inspired by Shahid Afridi, but he likes to stay on the wicket and play according to the demands of the situation. 39 of 34 now.
This time he waited for it and thumped it hard as he could. That's into the boundary in a flash. Another one for Nasser here.
can feel it in the strokes that he's playing, you can feel it in his body language. He looks settled now. He's feeling confident. He's feeling as if he can do no wrong. The way he hit that right into the gap without even making an effort. This is impressive stuff from Nasser Jalil.
Stood and delivered, and that one went all the way almost. Wrapped on the pads, and finger goes up. Finally, they managed to pick up Nasser, and it's Rian the man to give them that important breakthrough. Is there a twist in the tail?
The commentators cursed that. I felt that it was going down leg. It was a full toss delivery. It was swerving away. He was standing. Yes, he did shuffle. I still believe it was going down leg. And Nasser Jalil wouldn't be very happy with that decision, but it just makes it interesting for us.
Yeah, but finally he has to walk for a well-made 41 of 23, 117 for Australia.
Yeah, Nasser Jalil bowled well as well, batted brilliantly, brought the Australians back into the game in a position where they would feel that they can easily win this. A strong candidate for the man of the match, if you ask me, Falak. And that is if the Aussies win.
Yeah, you answered your own question there. If the Aussies win,
90% chance of them winning this one.
If there are, but you never know in cricket. You know, it's kind of a funny game.
Yeah, 10% is good enough for the South Africans. I'm not saying it's 100% the Aussies' game.
Edwards is the new coming batter for Australia, but you know, things do change fairly quickly. Have a look at that, hitting the back leg on the full toss. Very slim chance of getting away with that one for a batter.
Yeah, probably would have nicked the leg stump, but in situations like these, the umpires usually tend to give the benefit of doubt to the batters.
Another left-hander is in the building now for Australia. Receives a good delivery, but pushes it to mid-off for a single. Gets off the mark.
Yeah, the pressure is on Naughtle now. He's settled down. He's played 17 deliveries. He's already scored 20. He needs to see his team through. They need to make sure they keep scoring runs so that the required run rate doesn't creep up too much. They still have 6 wickets in hand, so they should be feeling pretty confident.
Another good delivery here to finish the over by Ryan. It's been a good change of bowling, bringing in Ryan, and he picks up that important wicket of Nasser in that over. 15 bowled. Australian Masters are 119 for 4, and with that we are going to have a change in the voices. It's going to be Eamon Anwar joining in.
Thank you, Falak. At this stage, you can see the comparison. Australia were 100 and South Africa were 100 for 5, and Australia 119 for 4. So in the comm box, I have been joined by Nabiha Binte Amir Sarfaraz, daughter of Amir Sarfaraz, and Fariza Binte Sarfaraz. She's also the daughter of Amir Sarfaraz, who is the organizer. So we just had a 6 of the last ball of the first ball of the 15.1 over, in Australia 125 for 4. So Nabiha, how are you and how excited are you seeing this tournament happening in Pakistan? Are you enjoying it?
Well, definitely. First of all, thank you so much for having me here. And it is just really exciting to see teams go up against each other, and every player playing so spectacularly for Yeah, so this has been a really nice experience coming here in Karachi Stadium and seeing teams go up against each other. This has been really, really enjoyable. And yeah.
So, Nabiha, what do you do?
Well, I do. Uh, I'm a student of BS Biotechnology, and right now I'm here to support Pakistan because, as you know, Pakistan is gonna go up against USA, and it's gonna be the semi-final. So I'm particularly really excited for that match.
That's wonderful to see. We have a spectators supporting Pakistan team, but what about this match? Which side are you on, Australia or South Africa?
Well, I would say Australia because the wins seems to be very plausible for Australia. So I'm gonna say Australia. Yeah.
Wonderful to hear that. Good ball. This is from Yasser. Only allowed one run off this ball. So Nabiha, are you into sports? Do you do something, or are you following women's cricket at all?
Well, to be completely honest, I am more of a like STEM student, so that's more of my area of interest. But my father is a huge fan of cricket sports. So growing up into the same household, this has been like part of my life. So even though STEM is something that I love, but I also love to support my father. So that's why I'm here.
Wonderful to hear that, and we can see the efforts of your father. He is working hard. So at the end of 16 overs, Australia in 127 for 4. Thank you so much, Nabia, for being there with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
It was full pitch, straight to the fielder, short cover. Well fielded. We need these efforts. So in the com box, I have been joined by Farooq Riaz once again. Welcome, Farooq.
Thank you very much, Eamon. Australia looking pretty good from here to get to the target and cement their spot for the final. It's 127 for 4, Edwards and 2, Nodal dominating at the moment, 28 of 29. Went for the big shot, pulled away, there's a man, oh, he missed it, I think. Valiant effort. It was half a chance for a catch. He struck well, he saved the boundary though. Just single has been ended in the process.
This catch would have brought South Africa back into the game because they certainly need wickets here. Only taking wickets would add extra pressure to Australian side who are looking comfortable in this position. Have a look at this ball. It was short pitch and pulled straight to the fielder, but he made a good effort. Oh, that's gone. It's a wonderful Yorker from Ryan. Cut through the stumps.
That's one right through the defense. That's a good one, very full. Attempted Yorker, missed it altogether. Firing the stumps, and that is an important moment. South Africa have got the 5. They need to strike on regular basis. That's how he bowled. The leg stump has been disturbed. Superb delivery to pick up the wicket number 5. Nottle is an important one. He played well for his 28. It's 128 for 5 on the board.
Good bowling. This is from Ryan, giving away only 8 runs off his 1.3 overs. And what a ball this was. It came back into the batter. He couldn't come underneath it. It couldn't make a connection with the bat. Had to depart. Australia are 128 after 5. This would be important for South Africa to stay in this match.
Center.
It's Richard Wild, the next man in. A little but important contribution required, and that is why he's here. superbly bowled. Possibly the ball of the innings. And the batsman not maybe wasn't expecting that length. It was a good length, and in the end the bowler has been rewarded.
Yes, I believe the late swing did the job here for Ryan. Australia need 24 of 21 now. New man in is wild. Left-handed batter will be facing Ryan.
He goes offside. That's got to be 4 runs. Lovely shot, beautifully placed. Outside the off stump, which was offered to the newcomer, and he managed to get the boundary.
It was short, it was wide. An easy extension of arms for Wild. Got off the mark straight away with the boundary, and wonderful connection this is.
Straight away confident stroke. The width was offered, and he needs to bowl full the way he bowled to Nortal to get rid of him. He's getting some sort of swing, but that was a loosener from him, and nicely put away. The fast hands come through. Oh, swing and a miss. Maybe just beats the outside edge. That's more like it. This is where he should bowl should pitch up with the ball and invite the batsman for the drive. Then he can create some sort of opportunity.
This is better from Ryan. He has to bowl those lengths. Anything shorter in this pitch can be smacked hard. And Wild on the other end must be expecting those deliveries at the late end of the innings.
Oh, that's beautifully bowled. Beautifully bowled. Missed the off stump. But the idea is right. Hands on the head, and Wild survived.
What a great line and length this was. He was unable to pick it at all. At first he thought it would be on the leg side. But have a look at this. It swung away. Very late swing. Completely deceived the batter. He was in nowhere to make a connection. Huge gap between bat and pads. The two gentlemen on the screen, Qasim Sheikh and Danish Aziz.
Watching very closely at the moment, and maybe they're enjoying this semi-final and want some sort of excitement in the end. Doesn't want to. They do both of them don't want to miss any moment. There's 3 overs to go now, but Australia looks well positioned. Lundy is into his 3rd over.
Yeah, Lundy remained quite expensive in his first 2. Gave 19 runs. He needs some sense of responsibility from his side into the death overs. Australia only need 20 of 18 balls. A wicket here would do the job for South Africa.
So there's a man at deep 3rd for Lundy. Deep cover, long off. One man at deep mid wicket. Yeah, was a chance, Eamon. You can see both the batsmen are pretty much new to the crease. So South Africa can apply some sort of pressure and some changes in the field. To the onside, it's moving towards the short fine leg, the backward square leg fielder. And the cover, deep cover, has been asked to come inside the circle, and the deep fine leg, deep backward square leg now. We have the backward square leg fielder has been pushed back.
A mix of a field set here from the African side, unable to pick short or full length. So smart captaincy this is from South Africa, but leaving cover can be damaging.
Oh, that's got to be 4 runs, easily done. Bad line, no protection at deep fine leg. You can't afford to bowl that line if the asking rate is not high. Now Australia need less than run a ball from here.
Yes, since there was no one at the deep cover side, so while aiming to hit the stumps, he completely missed his lines and gave those runs to Australia, who are already in a comfortable position.
He needs to bowl outside the off stump at this with the around 4th stump, and remember, they don't have any protection at the cover boundary, but he needs to be disciplined at the moment. Sarish, half-hearted appeal, can't be out. One more.
Yes, he is angling it into the batter, who was unable to connect it. So it's good to see we are seeing that late swing in the ball, so the ball is reversing here.
Yes, covering. 2 wickets make it very interesting here, fellas.
That's right, as Ryan has been impressive, is using the ball for good effect. A couple of occasions we have seen the hint of a late swing, and that's for sure. This next over, 19 over will be bowled by Ryan as well. I think he's got 2 left, so he hasn't been capitalized to the fullest. At the moment, it's Lundi into his third ball. Better length, just 1.
Good stuff. This is from Lundi. Came back on the off stump, bowled fuller length, giving away only 1 run. These 2 batters are looking to whack anything into their zone, but they are doing it calmly. Edwards bowled beautifully in the first innings. This was hit hard on the land. We have to see whether the fielder would be able to take it or not. He missed it.
Half of the chance has been created, but he survived the miss hit. The cover fielder had to run backwards. So it was a very tough chance in the process. Couple of runs have been taken, so then that's how he missed it, and straight away he knew that he would be safe. It was never easy running backwards and complete the catch. Goes downtown, long on, is in position, he can't get there, doesn't really matter. The ball has gone over the rope. Half a dozen to Australia, they need less than 10 now, 6 to get in fact. Fine shot, smashed hard down the ground. He's a big unit, Edwards, and struck it quite beautifully.
It was there in the slot. Easy swing for the batter. Lundi is trying too hard in this over. He overpitched it, ended giving away 4 runs.
Full toss goes onside. Good work, just 1. Intentions are clear, they don't want to leave the runs for the last few overs. So at the moment, 18 overs gone. Australia need just 5 to reach the final. 147 for 5 on the board.
Come, Revo. Something magical here, Revo.
Surely they need wickets in this over to stay in the contest, South Africa. But Australians are looking really commanding. They are looking to end this match 1 over before.
So this could be the last over. Ryan has to produce a miraculous over here. Chance, not quite. Miss it, wanted to clear the cover boundary, goes towards the deep backward point. Just 1, 4 to get now.
So Ryan is looking forward to bowl those fuller balls. Desperately looking for a wickets here by bowling those Yorkers.
That is well bowled. They don't need to take any risky single. A dot ball here. So Ryan has been impressive, but you can see that his third over, so he hasn't been capitalized to the fullest. So he can't complete his full quota for 4 overs. So maybe the captain Captain Yasir could have used him in a better way.
Absolutely, he is bowling really well. He is using the intelligence, not giving away those easy balls. Restricted him to 13 of his 2.2 overs.
Maybe an inside edge. No, the ball hit the ground. It's a good one. Dot ball again.
Once again, very good length. He's bowling those balls with control. He's giving tough time to Australian batter Wild, who's not been able to make a connection with the ball. 2 dot balls in a row. That's what South Africa need. They need a magical performance from Ryan. They want to take it farther as much as they can.
Low full toss. That's better. Just give the strike to Edwards. 3 to get now.
Looking for that Yorker once again, but low full toss has done the job for him. Allowed only 1 run.
They don't need to do anything silly. They should not attempt a glamorous shot because you never know about the cricket. Wanted to heave it to the onside. He smashed it. Goes for 4 runs. Good strike. And match is over. Australia have won. Fine shot. The last shot. The winning one from Edwards. Goes down the ground for 4 runs. Congratulations, Australia. They won by 5 wickets. Comfortable win in the end. And they did it inside the 19 overs. That is how he played the winning shot. Absolutely smashed it. Ryan is a big unit. He struck the ball so well. A match-winning cameo from him.
It was full, it was straight, but straight down the ground from Edwards for 4 runs, taking his team into the final, shaking hands all around. They look comfortable in this match from the first inning. They started off beautifully, not giving easy runs in the power play and kept the control of the first inning, and now in the second innings they have dominated against South Africa with the bat as well. Have a look at Paneli. Looks delighted, so happy on his team's performance.
Well, they paced their chase to the perfection. Australians very professional, and they did everything right. First, they bowled well, restricted South Africa to 152, and they batted quite wonderfully. And they didn't take any sort of pressure. They were always in the game, and the uncomfortable victory. Just 7 balls to spare, and with 5 wickets in hand, quite comfortable victory. And South Africa, their journey is over for IMC Over-40 T20 World Cup. They were quite clinical. They played some lovely cricket, and they had some moments. There were some individual performances as well from them in this competition. In the end, very elated and very satisfied Australian team. The handshakes at the moment. Australia, they must be proud of themselves. What I believe, Eamon, I think South Africa, they find themselves 20-25 runs short, although the start wasn't quite exclusive from them. Somehow they managed to get 150 plus, but what I believe on this strike against Australia, somehow they should have targeted, they should have got to 175, 180 to challenge Australians in the semi-final.
Yes, absolutely right. They were unlucky with the toss, but we also know that there are something for the bowlers early on, but they could keep wickets in their hand. They kept losing those wickets, and that's why couldn't capitalize after 10 overs, even though they started hitting some runs and they were getting some loose balls, but for not having wickets in the column, they were unable to give those extra runs. So these are the highlights. First ball went for thick edge for 4 runs, beautifully played, cut shot, into the stumps, got him. Straight driven for 4 runs, fuller length once again, flicked beautifully for 4 runs. Square cut this time, wonderfully played, lofted, but good catch.
They played some lovely shots, especially down the ground. This is one of the examples. Hammered down the ground for 6 and heaved away to the cow corner. So complete dominance we saw. They hardly missed any opportunity. They knew what's the asking rate. Another high shot towards the onside and went for 6. Bad delivery has been put away. Smashed away to the onside. Like to take him in full toss. Ryan was a bit impressive. It's almost in 3 overs. Clean ball, lovely delivery. A late swing, very full. The boundary start of the innings. Cut shot followed by 6, and then the last shot hammered down the ground. So Australia's powerful performance brought them in the final. Australians played in a pretty much Australian manner.
have a look at the scorecard. Hemming scored 6, Crook scored 26 of 29, Paulson 23, Nothill scored 28, Nasir got the highest runs of 41, Edwards 21, and Wild scored 6 runs.
Contributions from almost everyone in Australian batting lineup. That's the bowling card. Plenty of bowlers have been used by Yasir. Couple of wickets for Ryan Harted, and Yasir, the captain, picked up 1, and Ryan got 2. Was pretty impressive. Disciplined bowling, just 2 extras they conceded in the end with 7 balls to spare. And that's the mini card we have. 151 posted by South Africa. They bowled out inside the 20 overs. 48 for Enoch. Sohail got 46, Stephen got 13, 3 for Edwards, 3 for 28, and Reply Australia got to 153, 41 for Nasir, not 28, Crook 26, and they won by 5 wickets in the end with 7 balls to spare. So it's time for the break, and after the break we will come back with the presentation party.
Outside the off stump, it's on offer, and hold him, and that's the reason he brought the spinner.
As we said it, has taken another one for South Africa.
His arm goes for the big one. Right, welcome back once again to National Bank Cricket Stadium, where the Australian Masters and the South African team went head-to-head in the first semi-final of the Over-40 IMC T20 World Cup. Eventually, the Australian Masters dominated in this match and won it by 5 wickets, making their way into the final of the event, and they will wait for the winner of the second semi-final. Let's get on with the presentation ceremony. Joining us for the presentation party is Mr. Sterling Hammond, Chairman IMC, along with Mr. Fawad Jas Khan, Chairman PVCA, as well as Ms. Tami Seah, along with Mr. Amir Sarfaraz, Honorary Secretary PVCA, and Mr. Amir Ilyas Butt, along with Naveed Alamin, Member Organizing Committee. Let's get on with the presentation ceremony. First up, we have the award for the player of the match, and this one goes to the lad who gave an all-round performance, first with the ball, then with the bat, making 21 of 13 deliveries and then taking 3 wickets of just 28 runs. It's Brenton Edwards. Mr. Sterling Hammond, would you please come forward and hand over the shield to Brenton for his exceptional all-round performance. Yeah, next up, I'd like to invite the losing captain from South Africa, Yasir Ditta, to come here, join us and have a chat about how this match went down. Yeah, a few more runs, a few more wickets, just regrets left behind, but you've been really good throughout the tournament.
Yeah, definitely. I'm proud of the boys, the way they fought in this game as well. I agree with you. A couple more runs up front would have been great, and yeah, maybe the end result could have been a bit different, but credit to the boys from Australia for timing that chase very well at the end.
Yeah, so despite the loss, hopefully you'll be taking lots of good memories back home.
Definitely, definitely. Lots of good memories, lots of video footage, and guys will remember Pakistan fondly for sure.
Yasir, thank you so much for coming here, and huge round of applause for Team South Africa, who were exceptional throughout the tournament. Played some really amazing matches as well. Let's move on towards the next award. The next award is for the best batter, and this one goes to the man who scored 48 of just 35 deliveries and got South Africa out of a spot of bother. This one goes out to Enoch Makamo. Enoch, can you come forward and get your award from Mr. Amir Ilyas Butt and Sterling Hammond? You guys can share it and hand it over to Enoch Makamo. All good there. Well played, Enoch. Tough luck that your team could not make a few more runs. You're laughing about it right now, but it was a good match for sure. Right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on towards the award for the best bowler. We saw a hat-trick today from none other than the captain of Team South Africa, Mr. Jamie Pinelli, taking 3 wickets for just 12 runs. I'd like to request Mr. Fawad Jas Khan to step forward. He wants Mr. Amir Sarfaraz to hand it over to Jamie. Jamie, collect your shield from Mr. Amir Sarfaraz, the Honorary Secretary of PVCA. And we would love to have a chat with you as well. Not just because you've received the award for the best bowler, but you're the captain, the winning captain of the Australian Legends as well. Jamie, the first match you played in National Stadium, you unfortunately lost that, but since then your team has been spot on, becoming the first team to reach the final. You must be a happy lad.
Yeah, no, we are happy to get through to the grand final. It hasn't been perfect, but we've worked really hard, we've responded well. Credit and congratulations to a great tournament for South Africa. We know it's always going to be a great challenge. We've got a great rivalry and they should be really proud of their tournament and the efforts. To our boys, so proud the way we've worked really hard from the first game. We've stuck together. We deserve this, and now we've got to put our best foot forward in the grand final.
Jamie, now that all cylinders are firing, you believe your favourites to win the final, you just have to play the way you've been playing till now?
That's a trick question. I know you're trying to set me up here, but look, we're looking forward to the contest. We're going to take it, enjoy this bit, and then we're going to look forward to playing our next game, which is an important one.
Great stuff, Jamie. Best of luck for the final as well. Right, ladies and gentlemen, this is about it from the presentation ceremony. We'll be taking a break here, and after that, we'll have the second semi-final of IMC Over-40 T20 World Cup, and the decision will be made who's going to join Team Australia in the final. Stay with Geo Super for the second semi-final.